Yo, what up, guys? Yo, Fupun Sippy here. We back with more Tsukihime. We are going to finish Hisui route once and for all. Did. I'm not gonna cry. I already mentally steel myself. I mentally steel myself, so. Oh, it's this one, right? 1237. No, it's this one. Memory 8. August 13, 1243. Alright, this is it. We're going to finish this up. We finished the H scene. Now, we have to brace ourselves. So we knew from the previous playthrough, Arc Route, Shia Route, Akiha Route, all the true endings are sad. Is this going to be a sad ending too? Most likely. Hisui sleeps in my bed. Hold on, actually, I gotta check something. Okay. Sorry. I have to check. It might be because she helped me regain my strength, but Hisui is absolutely exhausted. Or maybe I pushed her too hard. I feel a tinge of regret. All of this was her first time, so that was really too much for her. Dang. But she is just so cute, I couldn't help it. I make up an excuse, but it can't be helped. Hisui sleeps, taking relaxed breaths. Hold on, let me get comfy again. Alright. Okay, I'm ready for this movie. Let's do it. If I'm going to take action, it has to be now. Sorry. Sleep just a little longer, Hisui. After running my hand through her hair one last time, I change clothes and leave the room. That's right. Akiha and Kohaku-san aren't here. This is a good opportunity. I can do some investigation into what happened 8 years ago. I entered the old man's room. His place should definitely have something to answer my questions. The desk drawer is empty now. There might be something that belongs to the old man in one of the locked drawers, but I don't think he'll keep something that important there. It'd be great if he had a safe or something. I searched the room. Here it is. I found something like a safe pretty easily. There's no external lock and I don't know the dial combination. So I take out my glasses and cut its line. There seemed to be an old diary and some envelopes. The diary looks like that of a child, and the other looks like some old letter. Old letters? Why? The handwriting definitely my old man's. It's fragmented and I can't understand it at first glance. The day starts in the summer of 8 years ago and seems to continue on a little past that. I don't understand it yet, but I continue leafing through it. Month, day, my son, capital letter Shiki, succumbed to his Tohno Blood. Capital letter Shiki, he killed my adopted son who happened to be there. The adopted son is the heir of the house Nanya. I guess it is a blessing in all the unfortunate events that he isn't in the same family as the synchronizers like Kohaku and Hisui. Why is it a blessing? Capital letter Shiki in version impulse is terrible, so it is determined that he must be eliminated. I have my duty as the head of the Tohno household, but killing my own son is so difficult. The Tohno Blood more in capital letters Shiki than capital letters Akiha. Why is Akiha capital letters? Talking about potential, I feel an older origin Akiha blood, but capital letter Shiki Tohno blood runs much stronger. I assume that is why capital letter Shiki inverted before he became an adult. Capital letter Shiki powers are immortality and effusion. Whoa, what? Capital letter Shiki could not manage to awaken power, and as a result, killed the adopted Nanya child, taking his life. I have to say, it is a superb job for using his powers for the first time. Month X day, both capital letter Shiki and my adopted son managed to escape death. Before I killed capital letter Shiki, he killed the adopted son and stole his life, regenerating himself with it. I don't know if it is because he was so close to death, but capital letter Shiki has regained some of his sanity. Even though it is dangerous, I will not kill him, but simply separate him from the mansion for a while. On the other hand, the adopted child of Nanya would not live long even if he does survive. If he does heal, his life has been taken by a capital letter Shiki. His body can die any day. As long as the adopted child lives, there's a possibility that his mind would be attuned with capital letter Shiki. It seems it is a side effect of the two lines being linked. But if that happens, the adopted son will die eventually, so there is no problem there. Month, day. The problem of maintaining appearance to normal society still remains. Capital letter Shiki has killed the adopted Nanya child. I covered up the incident, but capital letter Shiki cannot be shown to the public. The wound I gave him hasn't healed and his figure has transformed. He is not in the condition to be brought in front of others as Tohno capital letter Shiki. He cannot be called a human either. The Nanya child still lives. As long as he lives, I decided to use him. If there is any disagreement, I would like to hear them. Complimentary. The Nanyas are the family that produce killers. If the adopted son happens to stay alive, the link between him and capital letter Shiki may corrupt capital letter Shiki mind. It's not the other way around? Capital letter Shiki doesn't corrupt Nanya mind. Nanya corrupts capital letter Shiki mind because he's a natural born killer. Even capital letter Shiki regaining sanity, I cannot deny the possibility of Nanya child influence turning him into a killer. To not let this happen, we must have him somewhere where we can keep an eye on him, but we cannot allow him near the Tohno mansion either. I should have him raised by an appropriate branch of the family. Month X day. The Tohno blood has awakened within capital letter Shiki. Maybe it's because he was so close to death, but he has regained his sanity like before. But I don't know if something will cause him to invert again. Even though it tears me apart, I cannot allow capital letter Shiki near the Tohno mansion either. I place him in the care of a trusted servant. Who? I still haven't received word of his sanity. What? I still haven't received word that his sanity has completely restored. A year has passed with him under the care of another house. My heart is in anguish. It's so hard for me when I think of the way my own son has to live. As soon as capital letter Shiki heals, I'll be able to bring him back to the mansion. What is this? Adopted son. I knew about the adoption 10 years ago. Even though I don't exactly remember the details, I know about it. He killed me? 8 years ago, in that courtyard. Our minds are linked. The word said that my mind and his are possibly linked. Normally the story would just be something to laugh off, but right now it explains too much. No, Nanya. You're the fucking insane killer. You made Shiki into a homicidal maniac. Oh shit. No. No, that's not it. There isn't anything like that. I know. Even though I already know about it, I try not to notice. I want to deny it again. The adopted child was. The one who killed was. I know which is which, but I don't want to admit it. Shh, this is useless. Cursing myself, I toss the letter to the side. All that's left is this. I pick up the diary in the safe. It looks like a child diary. Certainly nothing Tohno Makihisa would have had. I flip the pages. There are only 2 words. Help me. What? Like that. On the white page, it is written really small. I flip through the pages. Help me. I turn the page. Help me. I turn the page. Help me. I turn the page. What? It's like a curse that brings the reader to the depth of darkness. Help me. Oh, fuck. Do I read this all? I guess. Excuse me. You gotta remember, this is like a psychological thing. So, I have to read this so I can go crazy, just like Shiki. Help me, 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 help me. Oh God. Oh man, why couldn't they space it out? Help me, help me, help me. Oh fuck. Oh, I'm losing my fucking mind already. I can't. If I go further, I'll go way too crazy. They really fuck me up when they. Alright, fuck it. I can't be a bitch. Help me. 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 Alright, I had to do that. I had to breathe in and out. If I didn't breathe in and out right there, I think I would throw up. I felt like throwing up. I don't know why. I feel sick. That did make me feel sick. See? You have to read it. If you skip this part, you're a bitch. You have to read it. Let the author psychological fuck your mind. And now you feel sick just like Shiki. See? Immersion. Bang. I've seen many nightmares up until now, but this is far worse. Those words, help me. It isn't that whoever wrote this diary knew only those words. Only those words. That is all the person could feel. None of the dark litany could be was scribbled out. One letter after another, like the spewed feelings of this person. This is the only way the author could escape. This person knew no other way to let out this curse. There's still more than half the diary to look at. I can't bring myself to read the rest of it. I flipped through the pages, trying not to look at the contents. As I flipped through the pages, my hand stopped at the very last page. Regular sentences? On the last page, there's a short paragraph. Several lettering adorns the otherwise perfectly white sheet. So it's better to just become a doll. Gradually, my body stopped generating a pulse. Blood vessels turned into tubes one by one. Blood vanished like vapor. My heart, everything just crashed to parts. See, that's why there would be no more pain. What? What the hell? Hey, you think that's Hisui or Kohaku? I think that's Kohaku. I'll be honest. Because Hisui only became insane when Shiki left, right? The main character, Shiki. Kohaku's always insane. Closing the diary, I put it back in the safe. I don't know why Tohno Makihisa kept such a thing, but I do know one thing. Fearing the child malice, it has something meant to be sealed away in the safe. The day draws to a close. The dark garden, the dark trees spread out before me like a black veil. I remember the dream I saw before coming to this mansion. Alright. Isn't that there is something there? I just need to confirm something in my heart, so I enter the black veil. There isn't anything here. It's not like the body of the one killed 8 years ago is here. It's not like the blood of the one killed 8 years ago is here. For an instant, the scene flashes in my mind. That hot summer day. I was looking down at my bloodstained self, as of another person. So, someone must have been killed here. Whether it was me or him, I don't know. Which one was adopted? Which one is the monster? Capital letter Shiki. If I think about it logically, I had to have been the one to kill him here. That is incorrect. The one who was killed was you, Shiki-sama. Oh. I turn around. I don't know when she arrived, but Hisui is there. Hisui! Get comfy again. You woke up already? Don't push yourself. Are you still tired? Shiki-sama, you are the one who should not push yourself. You are still losing energy at a great pace, much more than you have gained. Hisui stands before me. My pulse picks up. Hisui standing so close to me really does make me feel more alive. Oh, my body really is warm. I think it is your warmth coming to me. But Hisui, what are you saying? You said that I was killed here. Do you know what happened here? Yes, I saw you die here. You were killed by Shiki, capital letters. Not just your body and soul, but everything was killed. Her voice is shaking. Isn't that she is scared? Instead, she sounds incredibly angry at that person who killed me. Wait a sec, Hisui. The one who was killed was the adopted Nanya kid. So it wasn't he the one who died? No, you are the one that died, Shiki-sama. Hisui answers directly. Oh, I see. Then that means I see. So I'm the adopted child. Yes, you are a descendant of the Nanya family. Makihisa-sama adopted you, the only surviving member. Your name is Shiki, and because Makihisa-sama found it amusing that his son was also named capital letter Shiki, by a strange coincidence, he adopted you. Our names are the same? Yes, it is natural for you to be confused. And you are different from us. You were really adopted into the Tohno family. I can't speak. Such a thing isn't a shock or anything. I remember not getting along with my old man from the beginning, and I never... What? Oh, what the hell? Oh, Kohaku! Ah! And I never felt quite right in the mansion. Such a thing, Akiha. Such a Hisui. Such a thing, Kohaku. Even we're all allies, I am very sorry. Saying things that cause you sadness. No, I'm fine. I'm not sad. I say that, but I know it's a lie. I don't know what kind of feeling it is, but it is true that I feel an emptiness in my heart. But that's weird. People that Tohno bloodline have powers, don't they? Hey, if Shiki, capital letters, is a vampire, then what am I? I'm not the same as him, but I have these strange eyes. I do not know in detail, but Akiha-sama said that you are the same as Nesan and I, whose family are enemies to those of mixed blood. You have the power to synchronize with those and exchange fluids with, and the Nanya family have the power to fight demons. I see. Seriously, my eyes are not a power to help people like Hisui. Rather, it's a power to kill. I see. But then, why was I adopted by the old man? It doesn't make any sense why he would adopt an enemy. Shiki-sama, you are the interior of a very special bloodline of demon hunters. Asagami. Oh shit! Ryogi! Ryogi Shiki! The name drop. You know Tsukihime came first. Tsukihime is the father of all Type Moon stories. So Guardian Sinners, Fate Stay Night, those are the only real Type Moon stories I know, bro. The other spin-offs. Except for what was that one? Where it's about this the demon lord, not demon lord. It's about this girl, she wanted conquest Zahi-sama or something like that. Zuihi-sama. I believe in that too. I heard of the name Asagami. I don't think I ever heard of Fujio. Everybody know Ryogi. Ryogi Shiki, Guardian Sinners. And my boy, Nanya! Oh, I know not Asagami. I remember Asagami. It's the chick with the eyes. Was it? Yeah. It is. Out of all of them, I still think Nanya is the coolest. Ryogi's cool too. I think Ryogi's stronger than Nanya. Maybe. I remember there was a Crunchyroll forum. It's like 2012. They were debating who's stronger, right? Guardian Sinner Shiki or Ryogi, right? Or Tsukihime Nanya. People were debating Ryogi because her eyes are stronger. But Nanya, I just want to say Nanya because it might be because of Melty Blood. I have more attachment to Melty Blood than Guardian Sinners. But technically Ryogi's in Melty Blood too, though. But Nanya's cool. I guess Ryogi's cool too. Man, look, man. Fuck it. And they're both... Nah, they're gonna get a power. Nasu's gonna rewrite it, right? He's gonna rewrite everyone power level. So I wonder if he's gonna make Nanya... Well, technically in the Melty Blood lore, right? In the newest Melty Blood lore, our course is not really canon, but it's like a what if, right? Ryogi killed, not Nanya, she killed Tohno Shiki, which is Nanya. The main character is Shiki, but you know, he's not Nanya. He's like regular MC Shiki with like 0 fighting experience versus Nanya, where he sliced Arc into 17 pieces. Those are two different people, even though they share the same body. Those are two different people, two different personalities. I never seen Ryogi fight Nanya, but she can definitely kill Tohno Shiki, the main character. She killed him. She killed him, and then she was like, I killed your homeboy, Hime. What you gonna do? That was so cool. But can she kill Nanya? I don't know. Her eyes are stronger. I believe that's the lore. All right, let's not get into it. Fuck it. And we can't even use the past anymore since it's gonna be rewritten. So we gotta wait for the HD remake to officially compare the power level. These 4 families are the enemies of mixed blood. That's so fucking dope, dude. Dude, Nasu, what a fucking genius. I wonder when he wrote this visual novel. I know I'm getting very sidetracked, I'm very sorry. But I'm wondering when he wrote this visual novel, he planned for the future. I always thought about that. You know, like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars. Well, Star Wars future, damn, it got really weird. But, you know, like those really long ass series back from like the 80s, 90s. And Dragon Ball, right? You ever thought that when they wrote it at the time, it'll get way huger? They're gonna expand the universe like this? Probably. I wanna say probably. Because he just name dropped 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the families. And we know Nanya, our boy, right? Well, my boy. And everyone's favorite Ryogi. And Asagami, I guess. Nah, Ryogi. Damn, that's so dope. That's super dope. These 4 families are the enemies of mixed blood. So they didn't have mages back then. No, they did, the blue mage. Damn, they really thought of everything. Holy shit. Nasu set everything up with Tsukihime. That's so godlike. Because there are mages. He set up mages already with Ayoko, the blue mage. And then he set up the 4 demon killers. Demon slayers. You can call them demon slayers. Hey, Asagami, Fujio, Ryoki, and Nanya. What else did he set up? He set up the church. Honestly, the church has always been like a vital piece of Type Moon lore. What else did he set up? He set up the mages, the church, the 4 demon slayers. He set up demons. Then he set everything up. The only thing I don't remember him reusing, or bringing back was the true ancestors, because Ark technically killed them all. Right? I guess they're technically vampires. And the spin-off, I don't even want to call them spin-offs, because they're becoming more, you know, huger. And the other fate, but they're not. I don't think they're true ancestors, bro. They're just like vampires from historical lore. I think Makihisa-sama brought you here to help fend off something. I mean, how did he even get a chance to adopt me in the first place? Uh-oh. Here comes the big drop. Shiki. He killed your family. Remember that person you used to call mom? She died right in front of you. I heard that you were the only member of the Nanya family to survive. Ah, I see. 10 years ago, the Japanese style house nestled deep within the mountains, surrounded by the Black Forest, a rustic world isolated from the flow of history. I can't quite remember it well. All I can remember is that pale blue glass moon. And in the forest clearing, a figure that looked like Tohno Makihisa was cutting up lots of people. But that was then, and this is now. Something done so long ago, it doesn't matter now. Well, I understand that I was killed by Shiki, capital letters here. But how is it that I'm living as Tohno Shiki right now? Yes, without a doubt you were stabbed by capital letter Shiki in the chest and on the verge of death. But by some miracle you were able to recover. You were saved, and capital letter Shiki was also saved. Since no one died, everything should have ended right then. But capital letter Shiki became something that could not be shown to other people. I see, so a replacement was needed for Tohno, capital letter Shiki. The name of Tohno Makihisa is in the top of the business world. His son can't just suddenly die. Yes, Makihisa-sama pretended that the Nanya child died and had you live as Tohno Shiki. It was all to protect the family name. I get it. It's something the old man would do. Yeah, everything fits in now. Even though I'm Tohno Shiki, I'm not technically part of the Tohno family. Besides Akiha, no one else holds that blood. So my old man sent me to live with the Animas and contrived a situation where I couldn't be the successor since my health was bad, even though I was supposedly the elder son of the Tohno household. Shiki-sama, it's fine. You don't have to apologize for keeping this a secret. Just telling me now is enough. Besides, aren't you like me? No, compared to you or Nesan, I have not suffered at all. Damn, Nesan suffered? I don't want to think about Kohaku past. I said it in the past video. But ever since we found out what their true power is, they can heal or like bring energy to the other human body, through bodily fluids. I don't want to think what they did to Kohaku. I can see why Kohaku is broken like a doll now. No, man. We're gonna save that out for next time though. Right now, Hisui ending. We're gonna get that. Even after Makihisa-sama died, Akiha-sama took us under his care. So I only lived peacefully, not knowing anything. Wait, Hisui. Akiha, she knows that I'm not her real brother? Yes. She heard it from Makihisa-sama after you were adopted. But Akiha-sama would always insist that you were her real brother. Every day, Makihisa-sama would tell Akiha-sama to forget about you. But Akiha-sama would never agree. Even though she would be scolded severely, she still waited for you in her heart. Damn, dude. If you knew the truth, you would leave. That is why Akiha-sama told us to never let you know the truth. Akiha-sama always helped Nesan and I. Nesan was Makihisa-sama's servant and was not allowed out of his room. What? Akiha-sama hated that and freed Nesan. So for Akiha-sama's sake, we continued to lie. Akiha-sama, all of us, we wanted you to come back. Hisui. So please do not hate Akiha-sama. More than anyone else, she thinks importantly of you. I know, bro. I know Akiha-sama. Out of everyone in the heroine list, Akiha loves you the most. Yeah, I know. There's no way I would hate her. It's more appropriate for me to be hated. I was the one living peacefully while you were all suffering. So, I'm thankful to Akiha. She welcomed me, nothing more than an outsider, back into the mansion. She even calls me Nissan. So, I want to keep it up, too. If she is willing to call me Tohno Shiki as her brother, then I don't care about the name Nanya Shiki. I have to continue being her Nissan. Continue being Tohno Shiki. Gah! Shiki-sama! Hisui rushes to me. I separate myself from Hisui, who was staring with a worried face, and take a deep breath. Jeez. I just got help by you, Hisui, but I'm still having these headaches. Shiki-sama, your body weakening is because of the incident 8 years ago. At that time, capital letter Shiki stole your life and is using it to prolong his own life. That is why you are weakening, and why you are linked to Shiki, capital letters. I see. So that's how it is. In other words, as long as I don't do something about the killer, capital letter Shiki, I won't be able to return to normal. Yes, I believe he despises you utterly. That is why he's stealing your life gradually, trying to dirty your heart. He is enjoying your pain. Her voice is shaded with anger again. He hates me. I don't get it. He's the one that killed me. I can understand me having a grudge against him, but why would you have a grudge against me? No, capital letter Shiki sees you as someone who has killed him. Shiki-sama, you have caused the existence of Tohno Shiki to disappear. I caused them to disappear? Yes, you were certainly killed by capital letter Shiki, but once your life was saved, you took capital letter Shiki place as Tohno Shiki. After that, the capital letter Shiki, who was confined somewhere, must have viewed you as a threat. Tohno capital letter Shiki is still alive, but there is now someone else existing as Tohno Shiki. Capital letter Shiki is still alive, but you have taken away everything as Tohno Shiki. It became something that has no name, no existence. I see. To view himself as the rightful Tohno Shiki. He sees me as an impostor. Damn, they like using this, huh? They kind of reused this thing, right? Where the main character is an imposter, a faker. And then the main antagonist, Gilgamesh, in Fate Stay Night versus the impostor, Shiro. That's the main character. Gilgamesh was the antagonist for Fate Route and Unlimited Blade Route. Not Heaven Fills. He got one-shotted. So, that's pretty cute. Right? Tsukihime, they did it first. Capital letter Shiki is the real thing. The main character is just a faker, an imposter. Man, I can't wait till Nasu write another one, right? Another visual novel. It's cool they're doing a Tsukihime HD remake. But I kind of want another visual novel, right? The new story. That'd be nice. Maybe after a Tsukihime. I don't know, man. He is getting pretty old, though. He might retire after Tsukihime. I guess if he does retire with Tsukihime, that would be pretty proper, right? Your last piece of work, your last masterpiece, is the first work you did to start your career. So it'd be pretty poetic if he ended his career with Tsukihime, retired after that. But you know, if he doesn't feel like retiring, if he can write one more story, one more visual novel, that'd be pretty cool. And I want him to do the same thing like he did with Tsukihime in Fate Stay Night. Right? The real thing as the antagonist and the faker. The faker MC. No wonder. Capital letter Shiki wants to kill me, get everything back. But that is coming to an end. I will protect you, Shiki-sama. No matter what capital letter Shiki does, I will not let him kill you once again. Even if the killer, capital letter Shiki, walks the street, he will be disposed of. So please, until then, rest in your room. Rest in my room? No, that won't help me. She doesn't know it, but our fusion gets worse by day. That means if he really does go crazy, I don't know if I can stay sane myself. Excuse me. He's a guy who would hurt even himself to get his revenge. Revenge? No, that's not it. The capital letter Shiki who says he was killed by me. The capital letter Shiki who sees me as an imposter. The capital letter Shiki who repeatedly says he will kill me. The capital letter Shiki who says any of this would not have happened if I was not here. The capital letter Shiki who was lost to sanity by Tohno Shiki, killing people in the streets. Ah yes, the one who died in the distant past, the child called Nanya Shiki. Unconsciously, I grit my teeth. Don't be ridiculous. I'm doing what's the right to be better, Shiki! Suddenly, the old wound on my chest started to hurt. The only one way to stop this pain. Shiki-sama, where are... You know, he says he's going to come, but I'm not going to wait for him. I know where his hideout is. I will end this worthless connection of ours. Please stop, Shiki-sama. If you're biting like that, it'll be too dangerous. Hisui. Sorry, but there's a knife in my room. Would you go get it for me? Oh damn, 7 nights, Nadia! I refuse. I cannot let you go. Oh well, I'll get it myself. Watch over things when I'm gone. Shiki-sama! Turning my back to Hisui, I'll walk away. Shiki-sama! If you do that, I really get upset. Silently apologizing to Hisui, I head back inside. I'll leave the gate. In my pocket is the knife engraved with Nadia! Thanks to Hisui, I have strength in my body now. Is there a problem that Hisui remain by my side? Hisui, please go back to the mansion. I refuse. You did not listen to my words, so I will not listen to yours. Hisui peevishly tosses her head to the side. Now look, I'm not saying you're going to get in my way. The place I'm going to is very dangerous, so I want you to stay in the mansion. You say that, but I shouldn't leave. You will collapse. If you really do want to go, it will be a big problem for you unless I go along. Huh? Your power is like that? But we did that, we joined our bodies together so much. Shouldn't that be good for a while? No. That is just like a ritual to form intimate bonds between us. Even if someone has exchanged bodily fluids with me or Nensan, they cannot receive energy if we are not nearby. Oh. Wait a minute, what? Do they have to, hold on. it stings. You know when you drink water and it stings your throat a little bit? I kind of like that. I don't like that. Never mind. That's a never mind. I wonder if you have to exchange body fluids. Can you just like can she just spit in my mouth and just stand near me? Would that work? But it was like easy like that. She wouldn't have been so broken, I guess. Never mind. I'm just trying to find like some hope for Kohaku. I feel really sad about Kohaku. Out of everyone, yeah, everyone in this game, Tsukihime has a really sad past, including Nania. But I think Kohaku is the saddest one. That shit sucks. Not like, you know, oh no, it sucks boring, but it sucks like, damn. That's like fucking, you know when someone like, yo, I just got in like a fucking accident, random, like a bird just took a shit on me. All you can say is, damn, that sucks. Right? Like, that's the only thing I can say, man. I'm like, damn, that's just some bad luck. It's like that for Kohaku, because the only thing she can curse is being born like that. If she never had that power in the first place, she wouldn't have been in that situation. So the only thing she can blame is being born that way. Or blame the Tohno family. One of those two. That's a huge problem. If that is true, then I can't even get to the school by myself. If you still order me to stay here, I will. Please decide on what I should do. Hisui looks at me directly. It seems my answer is already decided. If I can't get to school without her help, then I can only let her come with me. Alright, let's go, Hisui. We're going to the basement of the gymnasium. That's his hideout. For the first time in so many days, I arrive at school. The eerie silence sent a chill down my spine. A space where no living presence can be felt. Even though it holds hundreds of students during the daytime, it looks like an abandoned ruin under the moonlight. Shiki-sama, is this really the right place? I don't have the words to answer. I only seen them being in school in my dreams. Let's go, Hisui. We walk through the front gate. Shiki-sama, this is... Hisui haunts immediately, like I did. Creak. Night hangs over the school building. As soon as I pass the gate, I feel something wrong in the air. Creak, creak. The air as a whole is creaking. The tense atmosphere stings our lungs. Creak, creak, creak. This feeling, I felt this ill wind many times in my nightmare. The air is thick with a murderous intent. Hostility, hatred. Inside the building, the darkness is filled with murderous intent, as if a battle to the death is occurring like in my dreams. Capital letter Shiki. He's fighting someone. I don't get it. There couldn't be anyone that would be able to fight an inhuman monster like him. Nessan? I whisper. A whisper. Hisui speaks this, as if resisting the urge to throw up. I think Kohaku's stronger than everyone in the mansion. I think Kohaku's the strongest. She's so cool. I want to see her in action. Nessan, Kohaku-san. Akiha hasn't been in the mansion since this morning. She left for Kohaku-san and didn't return all day. Last night, when I was locked up in my room, Akiha told me to just wait a little longer. What? Don't tell me! Akiha! My leg springs into action. Before I start to think, I dash towards the building. I run into the building. Inside, the air is even more tense. Shiki-sama! Not answering her, I search for any indication of presence. The hallway is horribly quiet. Scream! A high-pitched sound assails my eardrums. It shakes the window. The sound is coming from the floor above me. Shiki-sama, that's... Just stay close. Let's go, Hisui. Grabbing Hisui's hand, I bolt to the stairs. Still holding her hand, I go up the stairs. I clench my teeth. That day, I remember all about the time when I left the room and overheard Akiha and Kohaku-san talking. Akiha said she would kill capital letter Shiki, her Nissan. I now know that she didn't mean me, but she meant capital letter Shiki. Without a doubt, The ones fighting right now are Akiha and capital letter Shiki. Scream! The ear-piercing noise screams once again. The sound comes from above and above the fourth floor. The idiot! I fly through the third floor. Damn it, she's being unreasonable! Because of my nightmare, I understand capital letter Shiki body the best. His power isn't on the same level as a human. I don't know how non-human the member of the Tohno family are, but she won't be able to win. It would be like going to get herself killed. I run up the stairs as fast as I can. Oh, Akiha! I turn her away, not trusting her. I haven't done anything to act like her Nissan, but she still called me her Nissan. And now she's fighting the killer, capital letter Shiki, by herself. Damn it! I just had this terrible, awful feeling. Akiha can't possibly win. Will capital letter Shiki kill her? I don't know. I don't think he'll kill Akiha since he persistently went after Akiha in the dreams. But on the other hand, I don't think he has the same definition of being persistent about someone. A definition of obtaining the ones we are persistent about. He's crazy. I can't understand his broken conception since I'm not. No, even a lunatic couldn't understand another lunatic's thoughts. Since the lunatic himself can't understand it, no one understands it, and he has to be alone. Akiha! Since she is alive. Akiha, she has to be alive. There's no way she should be killed by capital letter Shiki. Because I should be the one capital letter Shiki is going to kill. Akiha, you cannot let her die in my place. If such a thing happens, I... Screech! As I arrive on the fourth floor, the sound screeches once more. It's close. It feels like it is in the hallway past these stairs. Akiha! The worst mental image still reeling in my brain. I dash into the hallway. Huh? For a moment, I stand, dumbstruck. From behind me, I hear Hisui gasp. Akiha! The only thing that pops into my head. The moonlit hallway. And the freezing air that cuts into my lungs. Akiha standing a few yards down the hall. Vermilion Akiha! Let's go! Like blood, a deep crimson. At first, it looks like Akiha blood. But that's not right. What is red is just her long, long hair. I'm still not able to grasp what is going on. Down the hallway, there's Akiha. Damn, what the fuck? Shiki's losing? What? With her red flowing hair and him crouching with one hand on the floor, coughing up blood. It makes sense. So, it's not Tsukihime lore, but it's like Melty Blood game logic. Melty Blood, the fighting game, at least the newest one, NBAAC. I think Akiha, Vermilion Akiha is top tier. School Seifuku Akiha, she's pretty good. And regular Akiha, no one wants to use her, bro. No point using her when you could just use the superior Akiha, Vermilion Akiha. Shiki's not in the game, fighting game. He might be in a new one though, maybe. Type Luna. Down the hallway. He should be stronger though, I always thought, than Akiha. Because he has the vampire soul of Roa. But I guess this is before Roa fusion. So I guess he doesn't have any of Roa powers yet. Down the hallway, there's Akiha with her red flowing hair and him, crouching with one hand on the floor, coughing up blood. The one kneeling before Akiha is him, capital letter Shiki. Akiha is looking down at him. Drawing close behind her is the figure of Kohaku-san. Capital letter Shiki is seemingly on the verge of death and gasping for air. Akiha is not even breathing wildly. The situation? Unbelievably, it would seem Akiha is the one overwhelming him. Capital letter Shiki leaps forward. In a flash of speed, I can't even follow. A black blur shoots towards Akiha. Screech! Akiha simply glances down at Shiki. With that, his body slams to the ground. Ha 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 ha! As if a response to the sound. Damn, he's getting his ass whooped. His torso burns, giving out smoke. Remember when I did the Akiha route? I showed you guys the video, the Melty Blood video, the newest one, Type Luna trailer for Akiha. She doesn't use magic. I always thought she was a mage, right? Because I'm from State Night. I never read Tsukihime. She's half demon. That red, you can imagine her using this red blur. That red blur is her heat energy. His torso burns, giving out smoke. Ah! Shiki, capital letters, screams echoes throughout the hallway. His evaporating body is covered in smoke. His body, under his kimono, is mostly bone showing, like a mummy. But he is still alive, and his gruesome form still staring at Akiha. His eyes filled with fear. Ho ho! On the other hand, Akiha's clothes are undisturbed. Even from here, I can understand it all. His surroundings are distorted like a heat-induced mirage, and it seems more out of this world than the air in the building. Ah! His capital letter Shiki claws at his evaporating body. Akiha calmly observed without carelessness. Excuse me. The two power. They are fundamentally different. Amazing! Akiha-sama, that is amazing! Behind me, Hisui speaks in surprise. That's exactly what I'm thinking too. What is this? You can say she is superior, but that's too much. She's too overwhelming. This is it, capital letter Shiki. Akiha! Ever rag breath, capital letter Shiki somehow managed to say his real sister's name. Akiha, he just stares at capital letter Shiki, unmoving. Why are you treating me this way? I'm your true Nissan. Shifting, the distortion of Akiha increases even more. I love you, Akiha. I only loved you. That's why I kept living in that damn basement, trying to kill that impostor and trying to get us back to being brother and sister. So why are you getting in my way, Akiha? I'm not getting in your way. This is nothing more than my duty as the head of the Tohno household. The duty to pass on judgment on all those in the family straight from being human. I'm the head of the Tohno household. If he is not here, I would have still been Shiki. I could have always been your Nissan. Wake up, Akiha. That imposter is just deceiving you. The distortion around Akiha increases even more. After closing her eyes briefly, she looks at capital letter Shiki as if she is parting with him. Oh, you pissed her off. I am not being deceived. You are not my Nissan. Scream! Ah! Shiki hides his face with his hands. But that is pointless. I don't understand what kind of power Akiha possesses, but that takes away heat from everything in her view, anything she could see. It is inevitable plunder. Scream! In the next instant, Shiki's face will vaporize. Well, it should have. Shiki-san? Oh shit. Kohaku-san says this as she realizes our presence. Huh? Oh no, Akiha! The fucking classic where the other characters, right? The other main protagonists, the other main characters, right? They almost killed the villain, but then they noticed what the one person, the last person they wanted to see them in this form shows up. They're distracted, the villain kills her, right? Is that how it's gonna go? You gotta remember, this is in the 90s, so that's new elements. Probably, I don't know. Stories have been around for like ages though, so never mind. In that brief moment, for just a split second, a complete letting down of her guard, there's no way he will let that chance slip by. Shiki, capital letters, lunges with a cry. His black shape explodes forward like a firework. Tss. Akiha and Kohaku both turn, but it's hopeless. They'll never make it. The black shape isn't going for Akiha. Shiki, capital letters, lunges not at Akiha, but at Kohaku, who's standing next to her. He knows. Just like I'm able to move right now because of Hisui power, he knows that Akiha overwhelming power is possible through Kohaku-san help. Kohaku! Akiha's voice cannot stop it. Fucking Shiki. Capital letter Shiki raises his voice, and his arm, thrusting like a spear, aims for Kohaku's face. The sound pierced flesh. Oh! No! My voice dies in my throat. Splat. The sound of blood spurting forth. Kohaku-san's face is splattered with the redness of Akiha blood. Akiha-sama! The sound of coughing. Akiha tries to speak, but the blood is the only that pours from her mouth. That means the majority of her blood vessels have been destroyed, and all she can do is regurgitate blood. I can't speak. My mind is empty. That is the same as Shiki, capital letters, who just impaled Akiha. Shiki, capital letters, pulled back his arm. A thud. Akiha's body falls down on Kohaku-san. Capital letter Shiki swing his blood-stained arm wildly. Every time he waves it around, Akiha's blood paints the wall and ceiling. Capital letter Shiki shake his arm desperately. Akiha! Capital letter Shiki suddenly stops moving. Capital letter Shiki stares at Akiha's blood-drenched body, then looks at his blood-soaked arm, then bolts down the hallway as if running from something. Oh shit! I just realized something. In Akiha Rao, I don't remember seeing Kohaku-san. After capital letter Shiki appeared in the story, I only remember seeing Hisui. Did Kohaku showed up? If she didn't show up, I think capital letter Shiki killed Kohaku. No, I think I remember seeing Kohaku. Never mind. Because then, if that's the case, if capital letter Shiki killed Kohaku, then that's probably makes sense why Akiha, her hair turns red permanently in Akiha Rao. They never explain how capital letter Shiki made Akiha red hair permanently turns red. His footsteps leads upstairs. Capital letter Shiki has run to the rooftop. But that, I don't care about that. Akiha! Still unable to think, I run to her. Kohaku-san is still standing in the daze. Her amber eyes, nothing more than jewels devoid of emotion. I crouch down next to Akiha's body. Akiha just lies on the floor, powerless, with terribly calm eyes. Akiha! I can't tell her. It's alright. Even with my glasses on, I can see them. Akiha! There are the only words I can think of. Akiha, with her calm, gentle eyes, looks at me. Nissan, why are you here? She coughs. More blood trickles from her mouth. Damn, dude, I don't think she's gonna make it. Compared to Akiha Rao, she had red hair already. Her hair's not red. I can see them. The lines of death in her body are spreading across her body with gruesome speed. Damn, you know, they should have killed Ren in Fate Rao. I think that would have been more sad. And Facing Night in Fate Rao. This reminds me when Ren got killed, not killed, but she got incredibly injured by Kotomine. Right? And then that's when Shiki found the dying Ren. And then that's when he did his final preparation, go face against, the final battle. But then I think Ren turned out to be okay. I don't remember though, actually. This is fatal. The fact that she's still alive must simply be due to her unnatural Tohno blood. God damn it, why? Even though I understand death better than anyone else, I don't want to believe it. Don't move. I'll help you right away. Taking off my shirt. I put it on Akiha's chest. There's a hole in the chest. Trying to cover up her wound, I tie it up. The blood soaks the shirt in a matter of seconds. It doesn't do anything. As I try to hold off my weeping emotions, I push against it. All I can do is push. Hey, answer me! In a daze, Akiha says this to me, like she does not see me pushing against her wound. Nissan, why are you here? So, I'm curious, so I can rest until I know. I don't understand things I don't understand that make me angry. You know that, right? Oh yeah, that's right, I nod. Her wound keeps bleeding. The shirt is too soaked. It can't stop the bleeding. Damn it, this crappy shirt. Why does it have to soak so fast? I'm pissed. As a useless shirt, I'm my useless self. Really, not being able to stop just one wound Stupid. Why you ask? This is my school. Even though it's late, it's not that strange for me to be here. I hold back my tears. I answer as best as I can. I see. This isn't like me at all. I didn't even think of that at all. Akiha sounds satisfied. She doesn't even seem to be in pain. Only her body wounds start to disappear. Damn. like pure white icing melting under the sun. Does she understand what is happening? Or maybe it is because she doesn't understand. She speaks normally, as if she was talking during breakfast. Hey, did you hear about what we were talking about? Yeah, sorry, but I heard. Oh, you now know. I'm such an idiot letting you hear it. The person I didn't want to let out hear the most. Don't speak. It's okay, so relax. Please, please. I roll up my shirt and tie it around her body. I know it's useless, but if I don't do anything, I don't think I could stay sane. I'm sorry. I deceived you all this time. I kept secrets about so many things. It's okay. I don't care about it. So please, Nissan, you are not my real brother. I was a horrible woman. I wanted to always be by my side. So I told all those stupid lies. Then I would always be by your side. You don't have to lie. So this is my punishment. If her trembling lips, Akiha says those words clearly. The blood doesn't stop. I'll go crazy at this rate. I knew. I already knew, so don't worry about it. I grip her hand tightly. She takes a deep breath. Akiha gives a strange smile. Nissan, you knew? Then I didn't have to hold back. I really am an idiot. Her lips shaped those words. She said she should have said it. She should have voiced it. But Akiha did not do so. Akiha, there's no reply. What I am holding right now is not breathing. Hey! There's no response. What I'm holding is what used to be Tohno Akiha. Say something! There will never be an answer. What I'm holding has closed her eyes calmly. Akiha! I shake her body, even though I understand better than anyone else that it has no meaning. Shiki-sama, please. Hisui places her hand on mine. Without even realizing it, I was making her body dirty. Like an idiot, I made her body dirty. Quietly, I placed her on the floor. Damn, she died. The school building is horribly quiet. Hisui and I are wordlessly frozen. Only Kohaku-san seems to have regained the powers to move. Oh shit. Damn, dude. I wonder where capital letter Shiki-sama went to. Shiki? Those words catapult my consciousness back. Nessan, don't say that now. No, Kohaku-san is right. I stand up. It's a good thing. It really is a good thing I brought my knife. But please stop, Shiki-sama. You don't have to do such a dangerous thing. Capital letter Shiki will not last without Moon anyway. No, I can't went that far since she could not let Shiki, the killer, be alive any longer. For Akiha's sake, I can't leave him be. I said this as I pushed her away. That's a lie. But in that, just cause I've just settled this with him here and now. I hate him. To put it simply, I just want to kill him. Don't follow me. Both of you stay here and take care of Akiha. Kohaku-san nods. Oh, this is it. The only reason I'm not sad on Akiha death is because I kind of saw it, right? I mean, come on, bro. Everyone uses that. And in this game, Tsukihime, everyone keep coming back to life. Remember when Ark got her belly cut by Roa? And then she popped out of nowhere saying, oh, I'm fine. Yeah, when you kill Roa, all my powers came back, so I'm cool. And then remember with not Shio, who was it? Yeah, with Akiha protected you from capital letter Shiki. And then you passed out on the floor, you woke up. She's fine. But she had red hair at the time. She doesn't have red hair now. She might be dead permanently. But I still feel like, I don't know, this game does bring people back to life a lot. So can't be too sure. Kohaku-san nods. Hisui uneasily watches me as I run up the stairs. The rooftop. The moon hangs in the sky. The wild beast is crouching on the concrete. Shiki! I removed my glasses. I looked at his death. Pant, pant, pant. Crouching, Shiki is biting his own arm. There exists no trace of sanity. Perhaps what happened caused him to go insane. That pisses me off. I am not able to lose my sanity for Akiha's sake. Underneath the moonlight, even though I've known him for so long, I took my first step towards the enemy I just met tonight. Shiki! Akiha's dead. Shiki looked at me with bloodshot eyes. His face is half gone, but he still isn't dead. The power of those of Tohno Blood, Shiki powers immortality. That must mean it's harder for him to die, more likely for him to live on. Ha, that's funny. For me, that means nothing. You look ugly. Shut up! Shiki gets up in a sharp breath. Oh shit. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Like a broken record, he repeats the same thing. Shut up, 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 shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up, 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 shut up. Just shut the hell up! Panting furiously, Shiki just shouts. You're always noisy. What kind of grudge do you have against me? Why are you always getting in my way? Shiki screams around while staggering around. What are you? I don't get it. Just shut up! Just leave me alone! Don't look inside of me! Don't use my dreams! You're always watching me! That's why I'm so full of uneasiness! Shiki claws at his head. What? I never even thought about that. I always seen him, tracking him in my dreams. But it never even occurred to me how Shiki would feel about being tracked. Get out! Get out of me! Get out of my house! Get out of my name! You're in my way! You're in my way! You're in my way! Oh! Shiki is screaming like a child. Same goes for you. I raise my knife. Damn, the calm, collected, cool Nanya versus the crazy, insane Shiki. I raise my knife. I never thought to understand him in the first place. I came here for a death match. Fine, let's fight to the death. All those who get in my way are my enemy. I'll kill you all. You, Akiha, Kohaku. Just like that old man who wanted to lock me up till I died. I'll kill you all. Shiki screams with a raving lunatic. Like a raving lunatic. His figure really is ugly. Ha 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 ha. And then, Shiki attacks me head on. Because of his fight with Akiha, Shiki does not have a functional body. So it was easy. Shiki runs, or so he thinks, and I avoid his arm, which is swinging slower than walking speed. I slice the line from the top of his head to his abdomen. Get! Thud. Shiki's body loses power and collapses onto mine. See, it's simple. Your lines are too clear. Capital letter Shiki death looks like an iron shaft was sticking out of his head. See, that's why I meant by ugly. Capital letter Shiki just laughs. There, no intelligence exists. I can't laugh like that, bro. Laughing and dying. His arms leaning on me fall to the ground. Capital letter Shiki dies. Before he does, he looks up at me curiously. Who are you? Huh? Who are you? What are you saying? I'm the Tohno Shiki you were always targeting. Ah, I see. You're Shiki. Capital letter Shiki collapses to the ground. What's this? You look nothing like what I heard. What? Capital letter Shiki collapses and his body disperses into the wind. What the hell? That was weird. I wonder what he heard. I wonder who was the servant that took care of Shiki. In the diary, they said that there was a servant, but I doubt they're gonna tell us. Maybe in Kohaku route, maybe. If not Kohaku route, then there's also the fan disc and the sequel. The Nightmare sequel. The Infinite Dream sequel. Koha Toya, I think that's the name. It's over. With this, it's over. But I don't feel anything. I won't feel those splitting headaches. I can return to life as normal, but I don't feel happy. What I lost is far greater. But what is over? Why? I feel dizzy. Capital letter Shiki last words won't fade away. Something did end. but I don't know what ended, or in the beginning, what was I was trying to end. I look up at the moon. In the vague darkness, my heart is enthralled. Until Hisui came, I just stood in dumb amazement, standing in the moonlight. What? That's how they end this? What the fuck? This is true ending. Okay, that's how they end the story? What? That's the end? What the hell? Alright, let's keep going. This is epilogue. This is true ending. What's it called? Moon? Wait a minute. What is this? This is not true ending. What ending is this? I don't even know this ending. This is a bad ending? What the fuck? Wait a minute. Alright, let's keep going. Fuck it, I don't care. Let's keep going. Next week passed like it was just a dream. It's not capital letter Shiki, dead body. Akiha remains dissolved into nothingness. The whole affair did not leak out to the public and was taken care of by the people of Tohno family. We don't know what type of ending this is after the ending. Because Shio Senpai, Shio Sensei, she's going to tell us. So let's keep going. I don't know if this is true ending or good ending. I think this might be good ending. Maybe. I don't know. The whole affair did not leak out to the public and was taken care of by the people of the Tohno family. I stayed in the mansion, become the successor of the Tohno household in Akiha place. Damn, Akiha died! For now, it is just in name, but I guess it's not something that can be determined easily. Since capital letter Shiki died, my body returned to health, and I'm allowed to lead to a normal life. As for everything else, only a little has changed since before. My happy school life of Akiha without Akiha. My life at the mansion with Hisui and Kohaku-san. I, Tohno Shiki, think the whole incident that occurred after I came to the mansion ended. However, there is still a matter that I have to take care of. If I think about it, there was a slight discrepancy. It was something so small that if I didn't question it, I would never have noticed. That night, as Shiki did not leave those words before he died. The discrepancies between my memories and what Kohaku-san and Hisui told me. Shiki had a grudge against Makihisa. Shiki had a grudge against the old man because he was going to be locked away his entire life, even though my old man wanted to return Shiki to the mansion as early as possible. Shiki thought of me as a target of revenge, but he never showed up in front of me, and he did not even know what I looked like. And one more thing, the one dream where Shiki was violating that one doll-like girl, that is probably... Oh! A clear holiday afternoon. I told Hisui to go shopping. I asked her for a lot, so she shouldn't be back until evening. The only ones in the mansion are me and her. I leave in her room a note that says I want to talk to her. Oh shit! It's always the problem solver. I have to go to that place. When I get there, she is already there, waiting for me. Kohaku! Lovely weather, isn't it, Shiki-san? I nod. She smiles cheerfully at me. You realize it, didn't you, Shiki-san? I nod. Her smile does not fade. Always, her smile does not go away, no matter what happens. Come to think of it, the expressionless Hisui always showed a lot of different feelings. From the outside, she appeared to be heartless doll, but her heart was not at all. However, what about this girl? There's always the ever-smiling Kohaku. Did I choose the Kohaku ending? Let's keep going. I don't know what ending did I get. No matter what happened, always a smile, like a person with the heart of a doll. Now, even when Akiha died, that smile did not fade. Her smile, that is just like a mask. That smile, Kohaku-san. You're the one who made capital letter Shiki go crazy, right? Yes. And the reason you were sharing your blood with Akiha was to make her not human? To make her not human? What? Yes. And you lied to capital letter Shiki and made him attack innocent people. Yes. When we were small, the one watching us from the distance wasn't Hisui. It was you, Kohaku. Yes. No way! way! That's the fucking twist! That was the twist! The true enemy of this entire story wasn't Shiki. It wasn't Roa. It wasn't any of them, bruh. The real antagonist of the story. The real mastermind. Everything that happened is all because of Kohaku. The reason why Shiki, capital letter Shiki, went crazy. The reason why he killed so many innocent people. So many people was because of her. The reason why Akiha Vermilion Blood wouldn't go away was to make her not human. Back then, you intentionally distracted Akiha. Yes. And then you suggested that I kill Shiki. Yes. All of it is how you planned it out, Kohaku. That was her true plan this entire time. From Arc Rao, from Shiel Rao, from Akiha Rao. That was all Kohaku planned. Damn, dude, I don't know what to say. Holy shit. Why'd you do it, Kohaku? Why? We all know why. Honestly, she doesn't even have to tell us. They ruined her life. Still smiling, she nods. That's right. All of it was something I wish would happen, Shiki-san. Still, she smiles. I feel a chill and unknowingly take a step back. Why? Why did you do those things? Oh my, you know already. There are only one or two reasons why I would do all of this. Revenge. I think that's it. For the sake of revenge, I decided that everyone at Tohno should die. Dude, if I wasn't tied out, I'll fucking run across my room right now. I'm like, oh shit, yo! Yo, the unexpected twist? The unexpected twist? No way. Revenge? Is it because, like me, you had your parents killed by Tohno Makihisa? Oh, don't be silly. Hisui-chan and I were orphans. We don't even know what our parents look like. So why? Who knows? I don't even remember how I felt back then. All I know is the reason. Reason? What reason? Let's see, such as getting abused by Makihisa-sama. That's the reason why Hisui-chan and I were adopted in the first place. In order to stay human, he needed our abilities as synchronizers. Shiki-san, you've done it with Hisui-chan, right? It is said that sexual intercourse is the best. That's the answer. That was a question. I was so scared. I didn't want to believe. I would turn a blind eye. I was like, don't tell me what he did to Kohaku. Don't tell me what he did to Kohaku. That man's fucked up. He did deserve to die. It is said sexual intercourse is the best way to share energy. I knew that already. Then that means, in other words, Akiha-san was really pushed to his limits. I think he was too desperate to consider my age. I was chosen first for a simple reason. He probably thought that since I wasn't talkative and quiet, I wouldn't resist like the energetic Hisui-chan would have. Damn. Even now, her smile does not fade. Makihisa-sama wasn't really a bad person. Only sometimes he would turn violent because of his Tohno blood. So for those times, he had me already in his room, and he let those feelings out on me. Damn, dude, that sucks. Damn. I knew it. I wasn't prepared. I was prepared. I knew it deep in my heart. I said it too. I said it yesterday. I said it like after I was done with the recordings, right? After I stopped the recording, I let out my feelings. I was like, oh no, man. I don't know if I'm ready for the Kohaku Raw. Because I heard it was really, really sad. Her backstory is really sad. And when Hisui said, their special ability and that we had to make love to her, I wanted to deny everything. That's why earlier in the video I said that couldn't they just spit in my mouth and just be near me? Is that enough? They don't have to actually do it, right? They have to do it. I don't know if I want Nasu to change that. Maybe he could change it, right? I don't want her to get raped like that, man. That's not cool. But, you know, the story can't be just all smile and sunshine. There has to be something, right? Something really sad. But what can be more sad than that, or equally sad? Nasu's gonna rewrite it. Sakura still got raped though, right? I never read Reality Noir, so I don't know the updated censor version of Fate Stay Night. I only read the original Fate Stay Night. So in Reality Noir, Sakura still got raped by Shinji, right? And the worms? Excuse me. So I wonder if they're gonna keep this in the remake. I don't know. I hope they do something else. That's pretty damn, that's sad. But like I said, can't be all smile and sunshine. She has to be fucked up. She's the real antagonist. I guess it's called sexual abuse, but I don't really remember much of it. It was just like a daily routine for him to want me. So if I tried to remember something like that, my brain would explode, wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh, but I remember clearly the first time it happened. No, don't tell me! It was on my 8th birthday. Makisa-sama said he had a present for me. So I quietly but excitedly went to his room. As if she was having fun, she gives her usual laugh. Every day he got a little worse, but that couldn't really be helped. I was merely a child, so my ability as a synchronizer wasn't fully developed. That's why he needed Hisui-chan help too. But since I was the Onesan, I just thought I shouldn't allow her to cry. So I took in everything Makihisa-sama wanted to do. I asked him not to touch Hisui-chan because I would take everything myself. He was probably ashamed and agreed to my request. He probably also thought it was better that as few people knew about his secret as possible. But as I came to stay in Makihisa-sama's room, our relationship is secret from everyone else. During that time, I was able to think about things a little bit, I think. I always thought about how to get away, how to run away with Hisui-chan. But I didn't know where to go. And the more I submitted my body to Makisa-sama, the more I broke down. Eventually, I got tired of thinking, and I realized that if I didn't think, it wouldn't hurt. I am just a doll. A doll doesn't know pain. A doll doesn't think. Endured Makisa-sama thinking like that. Then it mysteriously did not hurt as much as before. Makihisa-sama's breath didn't make me sick. His arms were just like warm meat. Even he strangled my neck or kicked me in the stomach. It seemed like he was doing it to someone else. That's so sad. You know, when we saw Hisui get raped in our dream, Shiki-sama probably violated her. But she probably did that intentionally, so that he would become more and more crazy. And every day got a little easier. Shiki-san, I wanted Hisui-chan to stay clean. For her sake, I could endure any kind of abuse. But it was so hard. Not Makihisa-sama abuse. I couldn't understand you, and that made me scared. Scared of me? Yes. The way you played innocently was like a different world to me. I looked out the window to see all of you play when Makihisa-sama wasn't looking. I didn't understand any of that. I didn't understand why you did those pointless things. It was strange for me to think so, since it was just another world and I couldn't be involved in it. I wasn't jealous of you. I didn't hate the Tohno children. All I did was stare at all of you while having this unknown feeling. But I was afraid that feeling would turn me back into a human. And 2 years later, you were killed by Shiki-sama. You probably don't remember it, but Shiki-sama was trying to kill Akiha-sama. But you suddenly came and you shielded Akiha-sama. You weren't related to her, and you had everything stolen from you by the Tohno family, but you still died protecting her. And at that time, I was watching Akiha-sama, who was holding onto your dead body painfully but happily. Oh, maybe I made up in my mind back then that it would suit Akiha-sama for her to die just like you did. Oh shit! Damn, no, Kohaku! It wasn't Akiha's fault! It wasn't Akiha's fault that Shiki died. Shiki chose that lifestyle. He chose to save her. Damn, how would he feel? You can't hate Kohaku. You can't hate Kohaku, but you can't forgive her. Damn it, that's the most conflicting thing. That's one of the best antagonists, right? Where you can't hate the antagonists, but you can't forgive them, right? I love those kind of antagonists. You can't hate them, but you can't forgive them. You can't hate Kohaku. After all that she told you, and all the smiles she brought to you, even though those feelings weren't genuine, even though she was faking it, she still brought me a smile to my face. A lot of those times, right? All those pointless conversations we had with Kohaku, and Arc route, Shia route, Akiha route. I can't hate her. I can never hate you, Kohaku. But she planned it. I don't care she killed Shiki. I don't care she wanted Makihisa dead. But killing Akiha, that's why I had to draw the line. Damn. No, my eyes, I'm not crying, bro. I just, something went inside my eye. What? Wait, Shiki-san. If you want to know the reason, you have to be patient. I stopped my rush towards her. Days later, you were brought back to the mansion, and you were going to be adopted by the Rimas. That was really a secret, but I overheard it from Maki-sama. That's how I knew you would be leaving. I didn't have time to tell Akiha-sama Hisui-chan. When I thought that I couldn't see that boy again, if I even get to talk to him, my legs strangely moved. I ran down the hallway and found him, but I couldn't think of anything to say. So I gave him my ribbon, the only thing that I owned. I heard the Tohno family members were going to terminate Shiki-sama soon after that. Makihisa-sama didn't want to kill his own son, so he secretly locked him away underground. He said Shiki-sama would return to normal and asked me, that's his trusted servant! It was because Hisui was taking care of Shiki! And asked me to take care of him. Oh, of course, that's how it was. So that dream was real. It wasn't that I wanted to abuse Hisui or Kohaku-san. That wasn't reality. Shiki did that to her. After gaining some freedom from Makihisa-sama, I became a little happy. But it was the same. Shiki-san was just like his father, and only used me to let out his feelings. I think that had to have what been destroyed my last emotions. I desperately thought about how I could break free from everything. Then I easily came up with a solution. Dude, this is way sadder than Sakura, bro. Let's be real. Damn, this is sad as fuck. This is actually the most sad backstory I ever heard. I'm like, damn, bruh. The one freedom that she thought she had, Shiki just fucking, capital letter Shiki, violated her over and over again. Damn, that sucks. Every fucking day. And not just violated her, sexually abused, choke her out, kick her stomach, beat her up, abuse her. Remember that one nightmare we had when Kohaku got violated? He said that he did it to her all night. With his meat thing between her legs all night. You know what sucks too? And Shirao, the one person that she thought she could believe in. Right? Main character Nadia. Nadia, not Nadia. Let's call him Shiki, because at the time he was becoming Roa. Roa choked out Kohaku and violated her too. The weird thing is she cried. I think she cried and she yelled out after being violated by the main character Shiki. Even though she loved Shiki. She thought that Shiki was probably the last person she could trust, right? The last person you thought you could trust violated you. You have no one else to go. The whole Tohno family just had to disappear. If not only Makihisa-sama, but Shiki-sama did those painful things, then that's the only possible thing to do, right? So she wanted to kill Makihisa-sama and Shiki-sama, but she also wanted to kill Akiha, because Akiha was basically the reason why her beloved Shiki died. And when I realized that, I laughed for the very first time in years. I was surprised that it was so simple, and I didn't even realize it before. From that time, I was able to start moving on my own. The hardest thing for me was to find a reason to move. A dog can't move by herself. Without a spring or strings, it can't act like a human. So once I found a reason, everything became simple. All I needed to do was to place mistrust between them by making Shiki-sama reject Makihisa-sama. Shiki-sama said that he wanted to drink blood, so I gave him mine, and he told him that he wasn't a bad person. I kept him the way he was. When Shiki-sama became sick, I took care to make special medicine for him. Oh, it was the same as the one I gave you. You know, those morning glories? Wait, what? In the garden behind the mansion? They're called chosen morning glories, and they have 3 kinds of mental effects. In simple terms, it is a drug that makes people hallucinate. Once they are unconscious, they listen to what I tell them, and when they wake up, they don't remember a thing. That's why she had that face, dude, when she gave Shiki the medicine. Quite convenient, don't you think? Because I educated to become Makihisa-sama personal doctor, I know a lot about these sort of things. With things like that, Shiki-sama went crazy at my convenience. After that, it was even easier. I secretly told Akiha-sama to look inside Makihisa-sama's room around midnight, and she found out about our relationship. Since then, Akiha-sama felt guilty. It became easier to do a lot of things. Damn, gain Akiha trust. Well, I didn't expect her to protest against him right away, though. Because Akiha-sama pressed the issue, I was released from Makihisa's room soon after. I thought that I wouldn't be free until Shiki-sama killed Makihisa-sama, but I was freed 4 years earlier, actually. From then on, I became a normal servant and traded places with Hisui, who became silent. Oh, but don't worry, since I was the one who took care of Shiki-sama and Makihisa-sama. Hisui-chan was always clean of everything. Smiling, she ends her story. Damn it, dude! Damn it. I can't hate her, but I can't forgive her. I don't know what to say. Exactly! I don't know what to say! Tohno Makihisa was the main cause. The one who wished it to turn out this way, and made it turn out this way, is this girl before me. But Shiki-san, I didn't hate Akiha-sama or Shiki-sama. I didn't even want to do it. Those are my true feelings. How could you say that now? But there wasn't anything else I could do. Without a purpose like that, I couldn't live. A dog cannot move on its own. Without anything to guide it, it can't move. But still, that is unforgivable. There wasn't anything I ever wished from my heart. But it's strange. Everyone seriously accepts what I say. Just the words a 10-year-old child can manipulate their feelings. Aren't coincidences scary? Kohaku giggles. Are you satisfied, Kohaku? I don't know. I'm merely a dog that doesn't feel happiness or sadness. I thought she said that. Before me, it's a human that is a doll. A girl whose emotions were exhausted so long ago. nothing remains. Telling herself that she is a doll that doesn't feel any pain. More than half of her really believes it. That's why injuries don't hurt her. Shiki and Akiha died, but she doesn't feel happy or sad. She is just an empty shell manipulated by strings. But there was just one strange thing. Really, just a little bit. She said that as her eyes trailed off into the distance. Akiha-san protected me in the end. I knew there was a 50-50 chance she would do that. I stayed close to her for that reason. Revealing Makihisa-sama abuse and devotedly helping Akiha-sama, who was slowly turning non-human. Yes, that's right. Really, I knew she would die protecting me. That smile. Even though she is smiling, she looks really sad, as if she's... But I was really surprised at the time. Why is she protecting me? Why is she protecting me, risking her life? She looks like she might burst into tears. I still don't actually understand if I was actually happy or sad when Akiha-sama died. But when I wake up this morning, I take the tea to her room even though I know she is gone. Isn't this strange? Even though there's no one in that room anymore. She takes something out. The sound of moving cloth. Holding something long wrapped in cloth, she aims for her chest. A shining blade reflecting the sunlight. Come! I run, but she is much faster. A small sound. No way. She collapses to the ground. What did play this sad music, dude? No! Damn, everyone died! No! She stabbed herself and falls to the ground. Even though I ran, it's already too late. It pierced her heart. My mind reels. Without reason? Why? I hold her in my arms. Fresh blood blossoms in her chest like a flower. Her smile does not fade. On the contrary, it seems indescribably pitiful. Hang in there. Why? Why did you do that? Because revenge was the only thing I could do. I can only disappear when it's all over. I tried to find new springs, but I could never find one, and time ran out. She smiles. That for no reason at all. What the hell is that? What are you saying? I look at the wound, like a dead to Akiha. She won't make it. It has pierced her heart. Why? There was no reason. I just can't bear the sadness. She's looking up at the blue sky with thin eyes. Under the tree in the courtyard, 8 years ago, when I was leaving this mansion, the place where the girl who was just looking out the window gave me a ribbon as a present. This is where we promised to meet again under this big tree. That ribbon was my favorite. She speaks lightly. That's why I asked you to return it when we met again. But you didn't keep your promise, Shiki-san. But that... I was mistaken and thought it was Hisui's. I made a little bet with myself. If that boy noticed that I switched places with Hisui-chan, I would quit everything. What is that? What are you trying to make me responsible for it in the end? As I shout, my hand desperately tries to stop her bleeding. Her death truly is miserable. Ruthless and accurate without even a delay for a failure of a single second. The clock of her life counts down to 0. Damn it, don't be ridiculous. What the hell do you mean? You made a bet. Because of you, Akiha was... I frantically tried to stop the bleeding. Sad, without a reason. The tears flow from my eyes. Huh? You're crying, Shiki-san? Oh, excuse me, damn it. I know it's your fault, damn it, so why do I? That's right. Kohaku, I still don't want you to die, damn it. Tears flow down. She smiles again. Shiki-san, you're too kind. But please don't worry about it. I'm just a doll, so I don't feel pain or fear. That again, why do you? But it's much easier this way. Being a human, everything is painful, and it hurts so much. But no one saved me. I couldn't escape. She exhales slightly. She closes her eyes and remembers. I just remember something. It was when I was a child. I was scared and hurt, more scared of dying. Tohno Makihisa was huge, like a demon out of a storybook. The mansion was too big, like a haunted house. Every day was cold. It was my daily routine to cry and scream. But I raised my voice. It gets worse, so I had to endure it all. But my Nesan, my sister, was playing outside. She was laughing under the sun. but easily jumping out the window of the haunted house where I could not get out, no matter how much I wished for it. Come to think of it, everything was sad. That's why I wanted to become a doll that didn't feel pain. The bleeding don't stop. With her eyes still closed, she remembers the childhood filled only with pain. I don't like pain. That's why I thought it would be better to become a doll. Kohaku? And gradually my body stopped generating a pulse. Blood vessels turned into tubes one by one. Blood vanished like vapor. My heart, everything. Just crafted parts. If it did that, there would be no more pain, right? What? I can't say anything. A girl who thought she was a doll. A girl who couldn't live without thinking that she was a doll. Kohaku had no means of salvation but to maintain the illusion that she really was a doll. That's why even you are this kind, there's no need for tears. It's just a doll breaking. Kohaku still keeps her eyes closed. No, that is wrong. I grasp her hand, shake my head in refusal. No! Kohaku, you are human! You can't be a doll. Kohaku, you're alive. You're a living human being. As proof, you're bleeding red right now. That's right. She laughs again. Right? You're a normal girl who liked Akiha, who always worried about Hisui and laughed when we talk about stupid things. Stop. Even if she wished it and caused the death of Akiha Shiki, Kohaku, there's no reason for you to die. Increasing my grip, I said those words from the bottom of my heart. Shiki-san, you're just the boy I thought you would be. I finally got to speak to you. Her heartbeat. Her heartbeat surges like it was a grand finale. Her chest rises and falls. Her closed eyes open. At the very end, she looked at the deep, distant blue sky. I see. I guess it was only an illusion after all. She coughs up blood. It hurts. She whispers softly. That's why I wanted to be a doll. Then she passes away. The hollow eyes endlessly look into the blue sky. Not a fake smile, but a quiet and very sad face. Damn, I don't know who I like more now. I like Kohaku a lot now. I like Akiha too, but fuck. Damn, man. I like Hisui also, but damn it, dude. Kohaku deserved better. Fuck. Leaving my room, I head towards the gate. After a quiet meal together, we leave the garden behind. Please be careful, Shiki-sama. It has become cold recently, so do not strain yourself. Yeah, don't strain yourself either, Hisui. Taking my back from Hisui, I turn my back to the mansion. The road is long, as if it goes on forever. The gently sloping road, and the blue sky that might suck me in. I see an illusion. The road like a ladder, heading to the sky, trying to reach the clear blue sky. I see that, and for no reason, I remember that sorrowful affair. Hisui. Yes. What is it, Shiki-sama? Tomorrow is the start of winter break, right? I'll come straight home, so how about we go to town? I have something I want to talk about too. Huh? To town? Yes. Once it is winter vacation, let's take a trip somewhere. Well, I don't know where yet, but I was thinking of letting you decide. Hisui stands there in silence. I still love Hisui too. I still love Hisui. Damn, I don't know who's my favorite anymore. It's hard to pick. That's right. Hisui doesn't leave the mansion for herself. Kohaku-san was always the one to take care of things outside, so Hisui never left for 8 years. It isn't that I don't like that fact. Only it's just that I want to go somewhere new with Hisui and want to increase our fun memories so we don't lose against all the sad memories. What do you think? If you don't want to, I don't mind either way. Aw. No, if I get to be with you, it will make me very happy. I will look forward to it. I see. Then I'll be back before noon. Please, be waiting in some regular clothes. Then we'll figure out what to do. And maybe a terrible guy might come along too. Arahiko. But we'll deal with it if it happens. Hisui tilts her head questioningly, but agrees. When I go to school, I will end up asking for suggestions from Arahiko, but considering him, he will want to come along. Well, that's that. I can ask his sister. Let's do it! Let's ask his sister to come along too. And going with lots of people might not be bad either. Well, I'm off. Thanks for sending me off, Hisui. Saying that, I run down the hill. The road is long, it continues into the town. I run under the clear blue sky and feel the warmth of Hisui gaze on my back. And I see him off. Oh, it's Hisui now. This daily task done, I close the gate. The only one left in the mansion is me. Nesan, Akiha-sama are no longer here, and it seems that no new servants or master will be coming. His sister left him this mansion and some money. Since the money that is used to maintain this place will be paid by the members of the branch Tohno family, it seems we will not have to leave here anytime soon. Once vacation starts, do you want to take a trip? I decided to nod to those words. Ever since that day, I forbade myself from leaving this mansion. Ever since I found out Akiha-sama was using Nesan like that in my place, I hated going outside. Isn't it natural? Nesan did that so I would stay clean. So I had to stay clean no matter what. I would not let any male touch me. Oh, that's why! She already knew! She knew Kohaku torment. I would never touch the finger of the gender that used my sister like that. I thought it would be better if I was just like a machine. If I went outside, I would get dirty, so it would be better if I stayed inside. If I locked myself away in a sterile mansion, I would never become dirty, because Nesan protected me. I thought the only thing I could do was become like a doll, staying pretty forever. But I would end that, will I not? I'm thinking of going outside, Nesan. Once I get close to noon, I change my clothes. It's been years since I last wore my own clothes. Pushing my hands through the sleeves, I am amazed at how light it is. The maid's uniform I got used to so much, but into these light regular clothes, it's really heavy. The wind blows. The hair ribbon that was in my hand flies off. It is right. It was a lone memory that a girl gave me to him. No, it was a lone memory that a girl gave to him a long time ago. Damn, dude. The ribbon flies up and down. Riding the wind, as if it was never there before, it vanishes into the forest. Wait, that was... I tried to chase after it, and I stopped. That was a girl's ribbon. It's not mine, so I guess I have to at least give that back to her. In my hand, I hold a promise. That weighted promise of the girl who gave that ribbon still lives inside of me. So, just that ribbon at least. I think it tried to return to the place the girl dreamed of. Promises are fulfilled. If he thought I was that girl, then I would have fulfilled her dream. Like how I loved him. That girl had always loved him too. Come to think of it, we really were sisters unlike each other. Nesan and I traded places, but Nesan really did a perfect job at acting out my part. The carefree smile, that straightforward emotion, that fleeting experience of love with him. Those were all real. Damn, it wasn't... You know, if you fake it so long, those emotions will eventually become real, right? She faked it so hard. Can you really call it fake at that point? Even though it was just an elaborate play, Nesan really did love him when she played my role. She played my part perfectly, and she loved him from the bottom of her heart. Long ago. Instead of watching a dream that girl always wished and waited for. That's why, Nesan, that's why I have to return to myself. I don't think I can do it right away, but I can do it gradually. Maybe I won't be able to behave exactly as I was back then, but with all my strength, I must fulfill her dream, so as I am right now. After the boy left, Nesan acted like me because she wanted to do that. Her dream was always to be Hisui, and to love Tohno Shiki. Damn. So I will grant her dream. For the sake of my childhood dream, and for Nesan's dream, I will always be by his side. I hear noisy voices in the distance. It seems like he has returned, but it is noisy. He is not alone, but looks like he brought some friends. A voice calls my name. Checking myself in the reflection off a window, I hurried to the entrance. The sky, the infinite deep blue sky. Hisui greets the long-awaited boy, takes delight in such normal things and returns a smile. That is something that will continue tirelessly, day after day. The long-awaited peaceful world. I have been waiting for it for so long. Always believing that one day I would be flying freely, I always stood by the window, looking up at the deep sky. That one day, wings would sprout from this world. Wings would sprout from this back. And I would smile like Nissan with that boy. This is what that little girl so long ago dreamed of. Is that the end? That was good. That was good. I think that's the best ending, dude. It gets better and better, right? Each round. We did arc round. Like, share round. Oh! I came out like, oh my god, no! And then, Hisui. Oh my god. Oh my god. This feels like a real ending. The real ending to the visual novel, dude. Because the true antagonist is revealed. The true motivation of why everything happened was revealed. How all the pieces, all the questions I had in my head, it was explained with Kohaku. And then everyone died too. It definitely do feel like a real, true visual novel ending. That feels like true ending. Yeah, that has to be true ending, right? I'm gonna check just in case though. That's definitely Hisui true ending. 100%. Damn, I feel bad for Kohaku. I don't know who I like more. I still like Hisui the best. I think Hisui is still the best girl. Akiha! I don't know. Yeah, I like Akiha second, actually. Akiha, when she protected Kohaku, yeah. Kohaku! I like Kohaku a lot. But you can't confuse love with pity, right? Yeah, I feel sorry for her, but can I really call her my favorite? I like her as an antagonist, though. I really like that she planned everything. But my heart still likes Sasuke, I'm sorry. It's because of Melty Blood and the other stuff, right? How they like shield Sasuke. So Sasuke will always be my favorite girl. Well, third, at least. Top 3. I still like Sasuke a lot. I still like Akiha a lot. But my newfound of the maids, Kohaku and Hisui, I love them a lot too. I like the heroines better in Tsukihime compared to Fate Stay Night. Even though Fate Stay Night's the latter, right? I think I like Tsukihime heroines more. Even though they're all crazy. And Fate Stay Night, I like Ren and I like Saber. Saber was like the first. They sound really fucking weeby and nerdy. But Saber. Saber is the first, I don't know what you want to call it, right? Anime girl that I deeply cared about. I'm like, why do I care so much for a fictional character? Seeing Saber died in Heavenfield has broke my heart. I remember crying all day. I was like, yo, it hurts so much. I didn't want to do it. Yeah, I'm starting to get teary just remember it too. Fuck. Man, that was sad. But Tsukihime have like I think they have like I like more Tsukihime heroines. Or at least the female cast. Well, not even female cast. Yeah, female cast. The male cast, they're all crazy as shit. Shiki, all capital letters, he's crazy. Nero is cool. He's kind of edgy. Roa is actually really cool. I like Roa a lot. Roa is a really good character. Nania, I still like Nania. You can see trace of Nania in the beginning, right? With when he killed Ark, 17 pieces, that's Nania. Nania's cool, but I don't think we'll see Nania until the sequel. And alright, let's continue. I like the Tsukihime cast. That's the whole statement, basically. Yeah, let's take the lesson. This is a true ending, right, Shio Senpai? Yeah, reach Hisui true ending. Yep, that's a true ending. Well done. Each one with one exception. I'm gonna tell you that one exception. Kohaku doesn't have a good ending. She only has true ending. I'm going to be really sad when we get to Kohaku route. But I'm gonna steal myself like I did right now. Has two different kinds of endings. A true ending and a good ending. After reaching one of the endings, please go back a little and re-advance through the story. A different event should await you. Well then, thank you very much for playing up to this point. Let's meet again somewhere in Tsukihime. So we just finished Hisui true ending, Midday Moon. Let's do Hisui good ending. Damn, dude. I don't want to ruin Kohaku grand scheme of things, her revenge, but I don't want Akiha to die. So we are going to get good ending. Good ending is called Dreams of no wait. What the hell? Oh shit. I won't say nothing. Okay, we're gonna get good ending real quick. Help me. That's Kohaku Diary. She planted that in the save, so Akiha will find it. Damn. Damn. I want to protect them, dude. But you know, like I said, it won't be interesting if everything is, you know, happy and sunshine. So everyone, they all have to have a painful experience. But in Kohaku case, her entire life is a painful experience. Okay, to get good ending, we gotta save Akiha. We're gonna save Akiha. But then, if we save Akiha, I don't want Kohaku to die. Like I said, we don't hate her, but we can't forgive her. So to get good ending, we're gonna call a Kohaku name. Hey! Shiki, capital letters, lunges with a cry. His black shape explodes forward like a firework. I can't make it from here. If there's anything that will make it, that would be... Damn! Akiha turns around towards Shiki. Akiha instantly prepares for his attack. But the black figure isn't going towards Akiha. Shiki lunges not at Akiha but at Kohaku-san, who stands next to me. He knows. Just like I'm able to move right now because of Hisui power, he knows that Akiha overwhelming power is possible for Kohaku-san help. Kohaku-san, get down! I shout. Like if I knew Shiki was going for Kohaku all along, I shout from the bottom of my lungs. Kohaku! Akiha throws her body in front of Kohaku. I don't believe it. Is she sacrificing her body to protect Kohaku-san? Hey! Shiki raises his voice and his arm, thrusting like a spirit, aims for Kohaku's face. I can force herself between them. Her timing is perfect. I don't want to look. I don't want to see Akiha die as she protects Kohaku-san. No! Right before all happens, I hear a voice, which I never heard before. Kohaku-san crying voice. What? The sound of rending flesh. Red blood drips down into the hallway. Huh? Kohaku-san's voice almost sounds absent-minded. She quickly pushed Akiha away. Damn, dude. I knew Kohaku was gonna die, bruh. Because it said pick Akiha or Kohaku. It's asking you who do you want to kill. Damn it, dude. One of them have to die. She pushed Akiha, trying to protect her, and threw herself in front of Shiki's claws. You! Shiki's voice quivers in anger. Red blood continues to flow forth. No, Akiha! I didn't mean to hurt you. Wait, who died? He shakes his head. In front of Shiki, Akiha lies collapsed, her arm coated with blood. Oh, Akiha dies no matter what. Alright. Thanks to Kohaku push her away, it seems Akiha's arm was shredded by Shiki's claws. Gah! Lying on the ground, Akiha writhes in agony, clutching her arm. Shiki stands dumbstruck, shaking as he looks down. Kohaku-san fixed it with surprise, stands there unmoving, like a doll. You bitch! You tried to get in my way! Shiki lifts his head. Kohaku-san is in front of him. Why is it? Why is she just standing there, not moving a muscle, as if her soul had fled her body? You also get in my way! Shiki howls. Shiki-sama. Hisui pleading voice. She doesn't even have to tell me. Like Kohaku-san protecting Akiha, this time I'll stop him for sure. Shiki! I run, my glasses already off. The lines I see across his neck, and his upper left chest to his stomach. Either one would do. If I work my knife through either one, it would surely kill him. Gripping my knife firmly, I fly down the hallway with a speed that surprises even myself. Shiki turns toward me, but I'm much faster. Gah! His anguished cry reverberates throughout the hallway. His insane laugh. It was too shallow. How naive. In front of Akiha, I hesitated in cutting her real brother's neck. The line that runs through his body, I was only able to cut it halfway. Laughing wildly, Shiki pulls back. Like that, he escaped towards the stairs. Following him would be easy, but there's something more important for me to do. Akiha! Hang in there! Akiha! Kneeling down, I look over her body. This is terrible. Her right arm is almost split into two and painted in an awful crimson. Nissan, why are you here? Her eyes are hazy, her shallow breathing, her pale face. The figure of death stretches across her body. Why aren't you resting in your room? Don't talk. We can talk about it later. For now, just don't talk. No, I won't. Nissan, how long have you been there? It's spreading. Her bleeding, her lines of death are spreading across her body. It's alright, just be quiet. Please, I beg of you for now. Just calm down, please. Okay, if you say so, then I will be obedient, Nissan. With a forced smile, Akiha closes her mouth. No, Dad. Simply put, she's so weak she can't even speak. No! Wait, I'll stop the bleeding. Taking off my shirt, I wrapped it around her arm. Damn, this is useless. Shit! If the bleeding doesn't stop, she'll die. Why doesn't... I frantically tie her around her arm. I know that it would not help her at all, but I can't think of anything else to do. I know I'm starting to go crazy, but I still cannot calm myself. Shiki-sama, please calm down. If you tie it any tighter, it will not help her. Hisui, but... It is alright. Akiha-sama will not die. If Nissan's here, Akiha-sama will heal. Nissan, is that not right? Damn, bruh. Kohaku-san. Hisui pulls Kohaku-san, who's still standing like a motionless doll, and sat next to Akiha. Nissan, for now, please synchronize with Akiha-sama. You destroyed everything because you wanted Akiha-sama saved. Is that not right? Damn, Hisui knew about her revenge? Hisui knew about her revenge. Hisui wraps both of her arms around Kohaku-san's white hand. The Kohaku-san's gaze is still empty. But maybe Hisui's words reach her after all. Akiha's blood stops spilling forth. I relax. With this, I can be assured. With the uneasiness that gripped me before, the uneasiness that Akiha would meet the worst fate starts to gradually disappear. Akiha will be helped by Hisui and Kohaku-san. So, as Tohno Shiki, I will have to end this. Hisui, I'll leave Akiha and Kohaku-san up to you. Shiki-sama, are you still planning to go, or are you not? We are the same, he and I. The least I can do is put him to rest. Hisui wordlessly stares at me. Her eyes begging me not to go, but I can't listen to them. Thanks for everything up until now, Hisui. I'm so glad you were with me. I walk away. Feeling her watch me as I leave, I follow after Shiki. The path of blood continues. Maybe he didn't really escape. Or maybe he isn't even sane enough to understand what running away means. Shiki is standing in the hallway, as if waiting for me. Shiki! I call out. Shiki looks over at me with his unfocused eyes. Huh, you again? Shiki doesn't move. Probably because of the wounds by me and Akiha. He doesn't have a body that can move properly. Shit, I fell again. It won't work out right. Why is everything getting ruined? It won't work. It never work out. I'm always mess up. That's strange. Why is she getting in my way? He came just like I was told. So why does he always gets in my way? Shiki's eyes are just hollow orbs. Maybe he didn't even see anyone from the very beginning. He only sees me before him, holding my knife. That's just another obstacle. Shiki, are you in pain? In pain? Me? Why? Shiki laughed as if it was so funny and slowly stands up. I'm not in any pain. This is a wonderful life. No matter what I do, no one can punish me. Shiki's eyes burn with a desire to kill. It seems he's ready. Underneath the moonlight. Even though I've known him for so long, I take my first step towards the enemy I just met tonight. Fine, let's fight to the death. All those getting in my way are my enemy. I'll kill you all. You, Akiha Kohaku. Just like the old man who wanted to lock me up till I died. I'll kill you all. Shiki screams with a raving lunatic. Maybe because the figure looks terribly pitiful. Even though this is a fight to death, I remain cool and collected like ice. Ha 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 ha. Shiki attacks me head on. It's nothing difficult. Like I'm cutting meat on a plate, I easily slice through Tohno Shiki. Thud. Shiki's head falls all to the floor. His powerless body falls against mine. I don't feel anything. I don't feel regret, pain, hatred, or disgust. Like Kohaku-san said earlier, I stand. Like Kohaku-san was earlier, I just stand like a doll. An unbelievable laughing voice. Shiki's laughing head rolls on the ground. You're wonderful. It's the first time I felt this cold pain. What a superb hinderer you are. Still laughing, his face dissolves into ash. Gradually it disappears into the wind. Shiki is disappearing. Before he does, he looks up at me and curiously says, So, who are you anyway? Huh? Who are you? You don't know? I'm the Tohno Shiki you're always targeting. Ah, I see. You're Shiki. His disappearing face. What's this? You look nothing like what I heard. I think what Kohaku told Shiki, capital letter Shiki, of the other Shiki description. She probably told him the wrong description on purpose to protect him. So even though she's elaborating, scheming this super crazy revenge plan, she still kept Shiki in mind, which is pretty nice. With that, he completely disappears. It's over. With this, it's over. I don't feel anything. I won't feel those splitting headaches. I can return to life as normal, but I don't feel happy. And just what ended. Why? I feel dizzy. Shiki's last word won't fade away. Something did end, but I don't know what ended, or in the beginning what I was trying to end. I look up at the moon. In the vague darkness, my heart is enthralled. Until Hisui came, I just stood in dumb amazement, staying in the moonlight. Dreams of sunshine. Good ending. Hisui. The next week passed quickly. Shiki's body vanished without a trace, and the wounded Akiha's arm was treated. Even though my place as Tohno Shiki became vague, I can't go back to being Nani as Shiki. I don't know if she understands my feeling or not about it, but Akiha hasn't said one word about that night. If Akiha, the head of the household, is going to play dumb, then I think I can continue my life as Tohno Shiki. The peaceful days have returned. Since Shiki disappeared, all my strength returned, and Akiha is healing well too. Kohaku-san and Hisui go back to the regular duties at the mansion. There isn't a trace of uneasiness. I want to believe that there isn't. Nissan? It's noon already, Nissan. I hear a voice. Geez, even though it's so nice outside, please do not sleep in such a place. If you want to take a nap, do so in your room. Fingers tap on my shoulder. With that, I wake up from my dream. Akiha! Morning! Don't say morning. Come to the sitting room only to sleep. Just what were you thinking, Nissan? Well, I was thinking about this and that. Giving a deep sigh, I get up from the sofa. Wait a minute, Nissan. Are you going to actually go to sleep in your room? Hey, don't you think you should actually do something worthwhile on your day off? To give you examples, like going out to deepen bonds with family members, or invite them to have fun out of gratitude. Wait, is she asking Shiki, please hang out with me, Nissan? I think what Akiha says is worthwhile is very limited. Well, I do think so. It's just that if you think it's worthwhile, it's different from what I think is worthwhile. Sleeping twice would just be a waste. The reason why I want to go to my room is simple. It takes a lot of effort to face you right after waking up, so I thought I'd refresh my head in my own room. What is that supposed to mean, Nissan? Nothing, I just can't answer to your all the little scolding when my head's still dozy. I'm just going to my territory to recruit, that's all. We can talk more during lunch. Waving, I turn away. Akiha watches me silently, but her face tells me she wants to complain. It looks like I will have to be ready during lunchtime. I come to my room. I was dozing in the sitting room. It looks like Hisui cleaned my room. But this really is a dull room, if I have to say it myself. Other than the bed and desk, the room is completely empty. It's close to winter, so I should probably get some heating equipment. I get pretty noisy about it, but I never feel like using the fireplace. What's this on the desk? A letter I don't remember is about is placed there. I'm curious, so I'll open it up. The letter just says, I am waiting underneath that tree. Why? Saying that, I crumpled the paper. Open the drawer, I put the knife in the engraving Natsu Yoru in my pocket. I can't pretend like I didn't see it. Taking a deep breath to compose myself, I leave my room. I hope we don't kill Kohaku, dude. I know Kohaku is the real enemy. She's the true antagonist of the game. She set everything up. The reason why we're going through this fucked up situation is because of Kohaku. But because her life was fucked up, we had to feel her pain. I hope we, damn, I don't know why he grabbed the knife. I hope he doesn't kill her. I don't know when I realized it. It all started when I thought that everything turned out pretty conveniently. The happenstance, the circumstances surrounding the connection between Shiki and I were too convenient. Shiki is lair at my school, but he never attacked me, his most hated enemy. If Shiki had ever felt like it, I probably would have been killed a long time ago. I could only think that these things ended this way because someone readied a convenient plot. When I get there, she is waiting with her usual smile. You're late, Shiki-san. I've been waiting since morning, but it's noon already. Yeah, sorry. I fell asleep in the sitting room. I just got back to my room. Ah, I see. I messed up. I knew I should have told you directly. That may be true, I nod. She smiles at me. But it is good you came. Now we can talk, just the two of us. She smiles happily. With a smile on her face, she begins to speak like it's nothing. You realized it, didn't you, Shiki-san? I can't nod or shake my head. I knew it, she laughed. Shiki-san, I was the one who made Shiki-sama like that. That? I gave Akiha-sama my blood so that she would turn more into one of the Tohno blood. But that, I was the one that gave Shiki-sama wrong information and made him attack innocent people. I didn't want her to say it. When we were small, the one who was always watching for the distance wasn't Hisui, it was me. Kohaku-san. Back then, I intentionally distracted Akiha-sama so that Shiki-sama could have an opening. Kohaku. But I really messed up. Akiha-sama and Shiki-sama were both supposed to die there. Kohaku! Looking down, all I could do is shout her name. It's fine! Shiki-san? It's fine. All of it's over, so I don't want to hear that kind of story. Those words are truly how I feel. Such a reality, it is better if I don't realize it. Kohaku-san could just be Kohaku-san. Always smiling, think of Hisui dearly. Being such a good friend with Akiha, and laughing when we talk about stupid things. I wanted Kohaku-san to stay like that. I don't care about all that. You can just be here, and it'll be fine. She doesn't answer. A long, painful silence. No, that won't do, Shiki-san. What I did can't be ignored like that. I failed. I have lost the reason that moved me these past years, so this Kohaku would just disappear. What? I lift my head. Over there. She looks like she always does. But I thought you have the right to blame me. You are the only one who is not connected with the Tohno house. I used you in my plot against Akiha-sama and Shiki-sama. So if you wish to blame me, you can do whatever you like. The right. No one has the right to blame me, Kohaku-san. That's right. Ever since she was a small child and came to this mansion, she had received all the crimes of Tohno Makihisa. She could not ask for help. Nobody helped her. And she lived that life for years, and that's... If you want to talk about rights, you have every right to take revenge. I can only imagine what happened to you, but you only could hold nothing but a grudge against the Tohno family. I know I'm just sounding clever, but I say those unsatisfactory lies. No, I didn't have a grudge against Makihisa-sama or Akiha-sama at all. Yeah, you did. I guess she didn't actually. Because remember, Kohaku is just a broken doll. She can't even think. So what I did wasn't revenge. I just thought that what a human would have done. Only for my sake, I put Makihisa-sama and Shiki-sama in a trap and tried to get Akiha-sama dead too. That was all I had. There really weren't any feelings behind it. Her smile does not fade, but that's a lie. If that's true, then I would have hated her from the bottom of my heart. No, that's wrong. Kohaku-san, you just want to think that. If that was true, then why did you protect Akiha? Kohaku-san, you had emotions. You like Akiha, so you destroy your own plan yourself. Damn, that's the first time, dude. No, that's the third time. But this is the first time Kohaku actually made a face where she isn't super yandere and she wasn't faking it. This is her true feelings. For just an instant. You know, she kind of reminded me of Ryogi. I don't know why. This face kind of reminds me of Ryogi Shiki from Guardian Sinners. Maybe it's just because of the facial expression. For just an instant, she lowers her glance just a little bit and smiles again. Aw, shit. That's a true smile, dude! That's right. I destroyed my own plan. Really, Shiki-sama should have killed me back then. I made it so that only one of us would stay alive after that. But why did we both end up surviving? She seemed troubled as if she said this, and her smile returns. That's simple. It's because you wanted Akiha to live, and you wanted to stay alive too. Then everything's alright. Even though you planned it all, I'm happy. Akiha's still alive, and you're still alive. That makes me really happy. Is that not enough for you, Kohaku-san? Tears comes out if I say so. Damn. I can't stop my feelings, which are more full of regret than pity. I already understand that this person will not return. Since then, from the time she protected Akiha, she became broken and couldn't come back. I understand that too well. Shiki-san, are you crying? That's stupid, crying over a doll in a play that broke. Yes, it really is stupid. Hey, Shiki-san. I said that I didn't hate anyone, but there is one person I hated. You understand, right? I think I hated you. Because if you weren't there, I could have just stared out the window without even thinking. Smiling, she turns away. Her sleeves flutter like butterfly wings. My legs want to dash forward, but I can't move. Even one step. I feel that if I move one step towards her, something will happen that I can't take back. You are the only one I hated. Everyone else I neither liked or hated. I lost those emotions. So saving Akiha-sama was only an accident. The figure starts to become hazy. Kaku-san. I have a bad feeling about this. I can't place it, but I have a terrible feeling. Then, Ne-san! A voice calling for her echoes through the air. Oh, this time Hisui is going to save her. So in true ending, Kohaku killed herself. Shiki couldn't stop her because she was too fast. But in good ending, Hisui wasn't shopping. Or she wasn't out. She is going to save Kohaku. Hisui. Hisui-chan. Our voices overlap. Gasping for breath, Hisui looks directly at her. Hisui-chan, why? Her voice is shaking. Taking it, she looks sharply at her. Lies. With a short, strong voice, Hisui says so. Everything you say are lies, Ne-san. You saved Akiha-sama back then because you liked her. And I know you can't hate Shiki-sama. I hear a sharp gasp. Still turn around, she looks extremely frightened. Is that not right? You played my role, so you cannot hate Shiki-sama. You played the role Hisui from back then. So you love Shiki-sama and try to protect Akiha-sama. You're not an empty human like you think you are. Hisui's voice hangs in the air. Kohaku doesn't turn back and just answers no. Jeez. If you have never slept in the sitting room, then Hisui-chan would never notice us. Shiki-san, you really do throw all my plans into disarray. Still facing the other way, she laughs. She holds up a finger to her mouth. Like this, and gulp. I hear the sound of something being swallowed. Oh shit, no! I run, but I don't make it in time. Before I can reach her, she collapses to the ground, coughing up blood. Thud, a hard, sickening noise. Still smiling, she drips red blood from her mouth. Nissan! Hisui holds her, but that, no matter who looks at it, is already too late. Damn, dude! So, no matter what, Kohaku dies. That sucks. But at least Akiha lived. I guess that's why it's good ending. No, Nissan! Cradling the unmoving girl ahead, Hisui frantically calls out. It seems her feelings overflow like the blood pouring from Kohaku's mouth. Her mouth opens and closes over and over. Nissan, hold on! A desperate cry. Seeing that, the girl smiles like a child. Huh? Don't do that, Hisui-chan. Crying like that, it feels like back then. What? Nissan, why? Yeah, because if I don't do so, you won't be able to return to the way you were. Her words in pieces. With glazed eyes, she speaks to Hisui. Nissan! Hisui's face contorts in grief. Her blood flood her face. No, her tears flood her face. Why? That's fine. I was okay with the way I was. If you were happy, then I was happy. I was always protected by you, so I was always happy. Painfully, she swallows her last word. Why? You should have stayed like Hisui, Nissan. Like Hisui, the one you admired long ago, so why? Why are you returning it to me now? The tears fall. Maybe Hisui's tears caused that. She nods quietly. That's right. I really had fun. It was all just an act, but it was really fun, Hisui-chan. So I hope, Hisui-chan, you were having fun too. Her blood drips out. As she speaks, blood dribbles out of her mouth. Nissan, hang on, Nissan. This can't be. Why? Why do you have to die, Nissan? There's no reason for you to die, Nissan. Hisui's voice can no longer reach her. Her chest rising, falling. She just looks up at the deep, deep blue sky. It's pretty. I can never go outside, but I always remember the color of the sky. Nissan! Just those little things were my days. Hisui-chan, Shiki-san, and Akiha-sama were there. And there was such a pretty sky overhead. Yeah, I can't remember it too well, but those fun things are starting to disappear. Her energy drains away. The remaining light in her eyes is disappearing. That, I could not let it be. I take out my knife. My glasses are already off. All that is left. Shiki-sama, what are? Hisui holds on to me. I am going to save Kohaku-san. Oh shit! He can cut the pill. That's fucking godlike. You remember, Shiki can cut inanimate objects, right? Like a tree or a door. He doesn't just kill. He end existence. So he can end a pill. Let's fucking go. Please be quiet and trust me. I pull free and look hard at her body. Just like the time with Yumizuka. This time I found Yumizuka polluted blood and killed it. So I should be able to kill the poison she drank. Gah! The headache gets worse. It feels like someone's stabbing my skull with a knife. It's so bad I want to close my eyes. I guess looking at something wrong in someone else's body is difficult. The pain warns me that this is surpassing the limits of my ability. Ah! My breathing explodes into harsh gasping. Bubbles escape my open eye. My entire world is red. All that's left is my bodily fluids turned into poison. My body's burning from the inside. Yeah. But still. Gah! I stare at it, not caring if I go blind. My senses dissociate. The world becomes a white sheet, and the sound of my blood vessels burning away roars in my ears. I quickly, before I'm unable to move, find a poison in her body and kill it. Said, "We good boys." The first scenery I've seen in a few days is a white examination room. All set. It seems like you are fine, Shiki-kun. I do not see any cloudiness in your condition. Should not return. You can go back to your normal life now. The doctor continues scribbling away as he's done these past few days. His face, which I see for the first time, looks somewhat kind. Well then, take care. Yeah, but don't strain yourself for a while. You always seem to push yourself too hard. I understand. Thank you so much for your help. I bow with heartfelt thanks. And I stand up from the chair. I get out into the hallway. In the waiting room is Hisui. I haven't seen her face in days. I wave to her excitedly. Hi! Hisui quickly runs to my side to support me. Blood in, shall we go? You give me Kohaku-san starting today, right? Hisui nods. Shiki-sama, is your body really okay? Hisui looks up at me, full of worry. Hey, a doctor is the person who can let unhealed people go free. If I get to leave the hospital, that means I'm fine. I'm used to being in hospital, so trust me. Yes, that is why I worry. There never was an instance where you would come back from the hospital fully healed. Hisui really talks a lot now. Well, that's the truth, so I can't disagree. Anyway, I finally got these bandages off my eyes, so I can see your face and body is healed. So there's no more problems. Come on, let's go see Kohaku-san. Pulling Hisui, who still wanted to say something, I walked towards Kohaku-san's room. After seeing me plunge my knife into Kohaku-san, Hisui panicked. But after seeing that Kohaku-san's body is not harmed, that her breathing returned after that, and seeing me collapse, Hisui ran to save all of us, even though she was still in a panic. As a result, Kohaku-san was saved. I fell into a condition where my eyes would not function, in addition to decrease my physical body strength. Well, I somehow understood that I went blind. When I stabbed a knife into her body, the only thing I was able to see were those lines. So when I was told I went blind, it didn't shock me that much. But then my sight came back shortly after. The examination revealed absolutely nothing wrong with my eyes, but only problems were my nerves. Rather than my cut nerves connecting themselves, it seemed that it's more like the nerves that were numb healed up. It seems like my eyes would not go blind that easily. Or it might be that even if I do go blind, I still see those lines. Damn, for real. If you go blind, he could still see the lines of death. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Well, those are trivial matters. The important fact is that Kohaku-san and I were saved. But Kohaku-san wasn't fully saved. She was able to recover, but in turn she lost something. Shiki-sama. Yeah, go ahead. I think it's probably better if you went in there first. After answering yes, she knocks on the door. A voice tells us to come in and we enter the room. Kohaku-san is the only one in the room. She sits up in the bed and looks at Hisui and I. Kohaku-san isn't smiling. With uneasy eyes, she looks at her guest. Oh, man. Damn, she got amnesia! But I think that's probably the best possible thing that can happen to Kohaku, right? Because all the memories she had are just really sad memories. She never once had a happy memory. Besides looking at Shiki and giving Shiki the ribbon. May I please ask who you are? With those words, Hisui's shoulders shake a bit. We have come to see how you're doing. Please excuse us, Nesan. Kohaku-san looks at Hisui with surprised eyes after she hears the word Nesan. Hisui sits down next to Kohaku-san. I don't want to be in the way, so I sit down in a chair by the wall. Kohaku-san looks uneasily back and forth between Hisui's face and mine. I'm sorry. It's a bit strange. I feel that I do know both of you, but I cannot remember either of you. Her voice sounds very apologetic. This isn't a joke or anything, as she really does mean those words. There are some problems with her memory. I think I was told so before by Hisui. Kohaku-san was no longer the Kohaku-san from before. No, that's not quite right. The system of the brain can be divided into 4 functions: recording, preserving, playback, and recognition. It seems that Kohaku-san has something wrong with her preserving function. The doctor said that she can return to her normal lifestyle, but she can't remember most of her past. It isn't so much that she can't remember, rather, it's more like she lost it. The preservation of her memories up until now, all that information was lost, so there's nothing to remember. So Kohaku-san cannot remember me or Hisui. Having Kohaku-san return to the way she was before really is a hopeless dream. I don't know if it was the near fatal shock from the poison or Kohaku-san closed it off herself. But I know that the Kohaku-san has the body and heart she had before. She has forgotten all about me, Hisui, and Akiha. Damn, she basically died. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth was too dry. But if you lose all your memories, you're basically dead. That's why Naniya Shiki was killed 8 years ago. Because Shiki lost all his memory as Naniya Shiki. So Naniya Shiki died 8 years ago. Same thing with this situation. Kohaku lost her memories. She died. That's not Kohaku. That's Kohaku, but that's not Kohaku. Kohaku-san looks up at Hisui. Yes, Hisui answers, and Kohaku-san hesitantly starts to speak. Your face is the same as mine. Might I ask who you are? Hisui's body freezes. Is that just for an instant? With a light smile, Hisui holds Kohaku-san's hand. I'm your little sister, Hisui. Dang. Hisui-chan? She managed to let this response out. This is probably the most cruel response she could have given. But Hisui still smiles gently and answers yes. I'm so sorry. I do not remember anything about you, Hisui-chan, or that person over there. I'm a little scared. I don't remember anything about you, Hisui-chan. Maybe there must be something wrong with me. Downcast Kohaku-san looks like a lost child. Her face clouds over, and her eyes are uneasy. She is not like Kohaku-san, but still. Hisui grips her hand tightly. No, do not worry, Nessan. No matter how uneasy you are, I will always be with you. Like how you always protected me, I will always protect you from now on, Nessan. Kohaku-san's face is pure bewilderment. After looking at Hisui in surprise, Kohaku-san thanks her. Yes. Looking down in embarrassment, Hisui mumbles in response. Is there anything you need? Like something to eat or something you want? Kohaku-san says yes and nods with her eyes in response to Hisui's attempt to hide her shyness. There isn't anything I want to eat, but there is something I want. Can I ask you? Kohaku-san does not look just at Hisui, but looks at me sitting by the wall too. Yes. What is it, Nessan? I think I never liked the name Kohaku. Damn! I told you, bro, Kohaku died. That's not Kohaku. So I want a new name. Name? I wonder why. Once she says that, only one name comes to mind. Naniya? Naniya. That name has been discarded and only remains in memory. Shiki-sama. Hisui turns to me. Is she thinking of the same thing? She looks at me as if she wants a confirmation. Naniya! I know the response. Hisui turns back to Kohaku-san and asks, how does Naniya sound? Damn, dude. That's fucking dope. What the hell? This might be the first good ending I might actually like. I don't know if I like it more the true ending. True ending is like, that's the real ending. But this is really pretty good too. Naniya. Naniya. Oh shit. That's fucking OD. Kohaku-san murmurs it as if testing the sound. Right after, she lifted her face up as if she remembers something. Yes, I think I like the sound of that. It seems awfully nostalgic for some reason. Damn, dude. You know, for Kohaku route, yo, they all died though, right? It's always this really sad route. for everyone, right? Arc, except for Arc. Arc didn't die, she disappeared. But Shiel, Shiki died. Akiha, yeah, Shiki died again. And for Hisui, her true ending, everyone died except for Hisui and Shiki. I want Shiki to marry at least one of the heroines. And then they could be Nanya Kohaku. That'd be pretty cool. Saying that, she smiles. Her usual smiles that blossom like a rose. Finally, for the first time since she awakened, she smiles happily. The two of us talking looks perfectly natural. Naturally, the two of them peacefully pass the time as sisters. I don't know if her losing a memory was good or bad. Since all of her memories were painful, maybe it's a good thing that it happened. Yeah. Because from now on, there will be nothing but happiness. Forgetting all the sorrowful incidents, she can earn a normal happiness. But looking at this blue sky, I just can't help but think back. The young girl standing by the window. I know that the past for her is something to be forgotten about. But still, if I could, I wanted that Kohaku-san to be happy. I wanted her to be happy too. But that is just a wish that can no longer be granted. So I just have to end that wish right now. Underneath that long for blue sky, I imagine for the last time her carefree smile, like a lingering flower. Shiki-sama, may I please have a moment? After we leave the hospital, Hisui suddenly asked me that question. Huh? Sure. What is it? Yes, we still have time, so there's somewhere I wish to go. Somewhere you wish to go? Not understanding, I tilt my head. Come on, let's go, Shiki-sama. Oh, let's go, Hisui. She's so happy. Hisui pulls my hand forcefully and starts running. What is this place? She takes me to the grassy plains outside the city. Autumn is ending and the sky is deep. The wind that blows through the flowers and onto our faces seems to blow through our hearts. Hisui? Why do you want to come here? Who knows? To be honest, there really isn't a reason. It's just that when we were coming to the hospital, I saw this field from the train. Damn, dude, this is like the true ending of Tsukihime, bro. They should call this route Tsukihime. This is where we first met Ayoko. Sensei. I first saw this field from the train. Hisui says this trivially as she stands by my side. I don't get it. This is a nice place, but it doesn't seem that special. If you want to play, we should go to another... No, this is the right place to visit. I want to come not somewhere in the city, but somewhere quiet and beautiful. It makes me feel positive. A place where you could return to your usual self. With a light smile, she looks up at me. My usual self? Hisui? Yes. Well, when you were in the hospital room, you looked so depressed. I understand how you feel, and I'm glad you feel that way. But that is not what Nessan wanted. Hisui reaches out. She lightly places her hands on mine. Is that not right? I think it's better for you if you cheer up. Hey, Shiki-sama. You may not realize it, but you smell like sunshine. Oh, that's so sweet. Damn, I never heard that before. I like that. You smell like sunshine. That is Shiki-sama that I like, and will always like. Her eyes looked at me directly. Those eyes are really kind and optimistic. Hisui is the one that smells like sunshine. 8 years ago, it feels like we returned to that time, where Akiha and I and her would run around the garden. Really. I think I'm the gloomy one if you ask me. You are just someone who does not start conversation that much. But to me, no. To us, you're like this open field. Her fingers move. I feel her squeeze me tighter. So there, please don't make that face, Shiki-sama. Akiha-san was saved, and even Nessan was saved. There's no reason for you to be sad. Nessan is still alive. Then I am sure she will return to the way she was someday. And even if not, I will make her many times happier. You do not have time to be sad, because we have to help Nessan and Akiha-san to be happier from now on. What she's saying is fairly preposterous. So I wonder why. After hearing those words, I feel a ray of light shining into my gloomy heart. That's right. I'm her Nissan, so it's only natural to do such a thing. Hisui nods. Yeah, it might be hard, but we have to do it, because I want them to be happy too. Yes, I know you can do it. Nodding strongly, she holds my hand against my chest, her chest. I can feel her heartbeat. The delicate warmth of her body serenely blows like the wind through the grass into my own heart. Besides, if you do not cheer up, I would be very troubled. Why? I ask. Hisui's cheeks flush and still looks directly at me. You are the only one who can make me happy. Oh! I want to always be near your side. Always be near your sunshine. She stands on his tippy toes. Tippy toes! To kiss me. The sky is high. Underneath the sky, where there is no sadness, I receive the warmth of the one I love the most. From the field is the gentle smell of sunshine. Yeah, Hisui's words are exactly right. We lost a lot, but we haven't lost everything. The days will still go on into the future. Then we have to go on and try to make everyone live happily. Thanks, Hisui. Holding her delicate body, I close my eyes. Tears flow down my cheeks, but there is no sadness. Life itself is fun enough. I know that for a long time. Then, holding Hisui's hand, I walk on and have no regrets. That's it. Dude, that was really good. This might be the first good ending I really like in the series. Because honestly, Art good ending was Chill good ending, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. Akiha didn't have a good ending. Akiha had a normal ending. Akiha still, you know, she lost all intelligence. But Hisui good ending. That's a good ending, dude. That doesn't feel like a fan-made ending. That felt genuinely like a good ending. I don't know how to describe it, dude. It felt that's the ending I wanted. Maybe because of now the other endings were sad too. Right? Hisui's true ending was really, really sad. It's because everybody died. And then the girl that you always thought that was like your friend, the girl that you always trusted, right? She was the one that set everything up. She was the one that turned your life upside down. She was the one that plotted this entire story. She created Tsukihime. Kohaku was the one that created this entire storyline. Everything happened because of the way she wanted. All to kill the entire Tohno family. But in the other route, she failed to kill Akiha multiple times. The only time she successfully killed Akiha is in Hisui route. And that's when her plan actually came to fruition. And once her plan came true, there was nothing else to live for, so she killed herself. I can't wait for Kohaku route. I wonder how Kohaku route, what's gonna be the issue? I don't know what's that word. I forgot the word. I haven't used that word in a while. What's gonna be like the plot device, right? What are we gonna fight in Kohaku route? Because Kohaku said that she'll end everything if Shiki remembers. I guess Shiki probably won't remember Kohaku until the very end. So, but that won't, like, you know, erase everything. Kohaku still got violated by capital letter Shiki and his dad, Makihisa. And she lost everything. Right? All to make Hisui happy. Honestly, that felt like a Hisui ending. I'm not gonna lie. I guess true ending felt like a Hisui ending too. Thanks for playing. No problem, dude. Thanks for the translation. This is really good. That was a really good route. I think I like Hisui's the most. I don't know how they're gonna do Kohaku route, but I think it's probably safe to say Hisui got the best ending. I mean, yeah, she got the best ending in the best route. Honestly, Hisui route is probably the fitting ending of Tsukihime, because we found out the true antagonist, and I guess that's pretty much it because of Kohaku, right? We never found out about Kohaku about the other routes, only Hisui's. You have reached Hisui's good ending. Well done. Each one have two different ending, exception of one, which is Kohaku. True ending and good ending. Since you can't reach Hisui's good ending without seeing a true ending, you have now finished Hisui's route completely. Yay! Well then, thank you very much for playing up to this point. Making someone Tsukihime, Shio-san. Whoa, this is new. Shio-san, I also have something I must impart. Huh? Professor Roa? Oh, excuse me. This is rare indeed for you to come to a place like this. This circumstance is unique. I will get to the point right away. Oh shit! I will get to the point right away. Now that you have cleared Hisui-san route, there should be another choice for you on the first day. This is it, the true route. This is actually true route of Tsukihime. Kohaku is actually true route. The last route. So no matter what, Kohaku is the last route, huh? This is unlocking the last route of Tsukihime. Well, even if I do not tell you this, it's very clear if you go to the graphic mode. That's right. Well then, please continue on and enjoy Tsukihime. Dude, I'm excited for freaking Kohaku. She's the last one. And then for the rare appearance of Roa, to tell me. That means Kohaku route, damn, it's gonna get heavy. Alright. Hold on. Let me make sure. I gotta make sure there's no hentai. Oh, you saw that? Oh shit! Yo, you saw that? No fucking way! Oh shit! And let me check. I gotta check. No hentai. Oh fuck! No way! Okay. Okay. Dude! No fucking way! They kept it a secret the entire time. They kept it a secret. Kohaku and Hisui are separated. They're no longer one route. They separated. Look at the difference. Look at the difference in the background. Dude, Kohaku route is gonna be insane. Kohaku route is gonna be the truest route. Oh shit. I wonder what they're gonna unveil. What's left? They already revealed everything, right? What are they gonna reveal? Because they revealed why Shiki's adopted, why his entire family was killed, right? They reveal the true mastermind of this entire story. It's not Roa, it's not capital letter Shiki. The true mastermind, the true antagonist is Kohaku. They unveiled the true past, what happened 8 years ago. They unveiled the vampire sides, all the vampire lore. Honestly, the vampire lore is like it feels weird. I feel like that feels weird. Maybe that's why they separate them, right? Far side of the moon and close side of the moon. I feel like close side of the moon is very weak. It's very weak. I think far side of the moon is 1,000 times better, right? Akiha, Hisui, and we all know Kohaku is going to be really godlike. She's the final route. Arc and Shiel, they're cool, but I mean, the vampire lore isn't that interesting compared to the Tohno lore. I think the Tohno lore is way more interesting because of the twist, right? That Kohaku was actually the true mastermind. She's the one that drove Shiki to the wall to make him eat people, right? She told Shiki, capital letter Shiki, the wrong description of the other Shiki, the main character Shiki. That's why he attacked like random people, because he thought he was killing Shiki the entire time. The whole Roa thing, I feel like that's unnecessary. I feel like they could have got by without having Arc and Shiel. They could have got by with no vampires. They didn't need vampires. I feel like the vampire thing, honestly, isn't necessary at all. Like, I mean, I don't know, bro. They could have just made the entire visual novel of Akiha, Hisui, and Kohaku. And they could have just made it about just the Tohno family. I'm trying to think of one thing that the vampire brought to the table. They brought Roa. But honestly, Nadia, you can replace Roa with Nadia his killer bloodline. The true reason why Nanya went crazy is because of his when he sees vampires, he want to kill them. I don't know. The art meeting was very iconic though. I don't know. Whatever, man. Whatever. Let's go back to Hisui. So, I mean, when I saw this picture, I knew this was Hisui. I've been spoiled, so I already knew. I knew they switched places. I know Kohaku and Hisui switched places because of her promise, and that Kohaku was plotting something. I didn't know she was plotting revenge, though. I didn't know she actually planned the entire story. It's because of Kohaku we got this entire Tsukihime story. I didn't know that. That was very surprising. And plus, it was kind of obvious, too, if you do Hisui route. Right? They show Kohaku being very insane from the moment you met her. You notice throughout the entire route, Kohaku never changed facial expression once. She always have one facial expression. Right? But Hisui, ever since from Arc Route, she always changed facial expression. Multiple times, on multiple occasions. So it was pretty obvious which girl was rich. Maybe it wasn't obvious, but you could probably kind of guess. And then they revealed it later. I was like, yeah, I knew it. I'm not gonna lie, they had me on the ropes. When Kohaku, well, how did she do that? She like wear contact lenses, I guess, to look like Hisui. That was really good. It reminded me, like, you know, in Clannad with the other twins. I like it when it does that, right? Because they're twins, they can get away with it. All they gotta do is wear contact lenses, and then you can't tell who the fuck is who. You could used to tell with just the color of their eyes, but now you can't tell, bro. They did it. I like that because I don't know. I always thought that was pretty cool. I like that when they did it in Clannad. I like it when they did it in Little Busters too. Right? That's why I always like twins in visual novels, because they can do that. And I always guessed wrong. I'm not gonna lie. I guessed wrong in Little Busters. I was like, oh fuck! It was the other chick this entire time. And then in Clannad, I was like, oh fuck! I didn't even look at her eyes. I didn't even notice. I was like, damn! All I did was look at her eyes, bro. And then with Hisui and Kohaku, I was like, cause even with the spoiler, I was like, ah shit, who the fuck? Why is Hisui acting so like Kohaku? Why is she so yandere? I'm like, damn, bro, maybe Hisui is this girl. Because there was times and times where Hisui looked like this. But the only reason Hisui looked like this is because Kohaku was wearing like contact lenses. Or she probably used like magic or some shit to make her eyes blue. And then whenever Shiki drank that medicine, she got that yandere face on. This face. But with Hisui eye colors, so it's like blue. So I'm like, damn. I don't know who's and who's. Even with the spoiler, they did a really good job at like making me confused. Even with the spoilers, I was doubting myself, right? Because that spoiler was like from like 10 years ago, right? So I wasn't confident in myself if it was real or not. It could have been like some fan fiction made up in my head. That happens to me with a lot of anime. I do make up a lot of fan fiction. So I'm like, man, maybe I'm remembering it wrong. But they got me. I couldn't tell, even with the spoilers, that this is Hisui and this is Kohaku. I found out though when Kohaku keep playing, she said, I forgot. I'm like, nah, you didn't forget. You never remember in the first place. I guess that was the biggest giveaway. Kohaku said, I forgot, and when she cut her finger while cooking. That was godlike. Probably one of my favorite routes in Type Moon in general. I think I like that more than some of the Fate routes. Maybe because the twist is so good. I'm trying to remember Fate Stay Night. I like... I don't know anymore, bro. This is definitely better than Fate Route. It's not fair, right? You can't do that. But I guess I can. This is almost... I don't know if this is better than Limited Blade Works. But I think I like it better than Heaven Feels for sure. I don't really like Heaven Feels that much in the first place. People like Heaven Feels because they just like seeing main characters turn evil. That's why I like Nania too, right? There's always that alter ego. The alter ego always seems cool, right? Like Emiya Shiro having Archer, or Shiki having Nania. I don't know any other alter ego. Those are the only two characters I can think of. That's why people like Heaven Feels. Because Shiro throw his belief because of Sakura. I was like, okay. He throw away his 10-year belief with Kuretsugu of becoming hero for a girl he just met. Well, not just met, but you know. Sakura. That's why I like Unlimited Blade Works more. So I think I like this probably second. I still think I like Unlimited Blade Works more. The most. Out of all the Natsu stories. I think Unlimited Blade Works still might be the best for me. But I think this is a pretty good second. I really like Hisui route that much. I think Hisui route was really, really good. I hope they keep a lot of the stuff. Maybe the violating Kohaku body until she breaks things is a little bit weird. But I don't know how you could change that. How can you change that and not lose, you know, the sadness? You need that to feel sad. They could change the ending too. The ending's not like the true ending, but you know, the ending where we kill this guy. They could change that. But I think everything else was pretty perfect. I think Akiha should die. I think Akiha dying is good for the story. Because the way she died is pretty poetic. She died just like how Shiki died 8 years ago. How Nania died protecting Akiha. So she died the same way Nania died 8 years ago. I think that's poetic. Letting her live make me feel good in my mind, but honestly for the story is better if Akiha just died. So I think I like true ending more because of that. But I like good ending. Maybe I like good ending because I just want Kohaku to be happy. I think that's the only reason. I think true ending is the better ending actually, if you think about it slowly. I mean, yeah, true good ending, everybody live. But does it really feel real? It feels kind of shallow, right? Letting everyone live. That's like just a fanboy dream. They have to die. If they don't die, it doesn't feel real. Like it doesn't fit the type of story it's trying to tell. Tsukihime is not trying to get that good ending, bro. They ain't trying to make you smile. They want you to shed a tear for these beloved characters. Damn. That was good. I know I dragged on, but one more last round of applause. Dude, he's away. I knew it, dude. Ever since I heard that spoiler, bro. Ever since I knew about those spoilers, I knew the maze were gonna be the best one. And I'm glad they actually met my expectation. Usually when I have high expectation for a route, it usually go downhill for me. Because it doesn't usually meet my expectation, but this one went above. Not above and beyond, but it went pretty high well to my expectation. Damn, I can't wait for Kohaku. Kohaku, I have zero idea how they're gonna do it. Everything I thought they're gonna tell, I thought they're gonna tell in Kohaku route, but they basically told everything in Hisui route. They wrapped up the entire story. I don't know what's left to tell. They could tell us more about Hime, but Arc didn't even show up. It doesn't make sense, right? We don't need the vampires anymore. And then we are missing 2 scenes. We're missing 2 scenes. I don't know. I guess the only way to find out is when we get to Kohaku route, so until then, GG's. That was really good. Easily my favorite ending. Easily my favorite route. And dude, maids are fucking godlike. If someone tell you maids have no drip, they're a blind fool. Maids are actually the ultimate characters. Maids are always godlike. I can't wait for the remake too. I wonder how they're gonna remake the story. The one thing I'm really looking forward to is I hope there's gonna be an anime. I hope when they're doing anime for Tsukihime, I hope they're doing like Fate Stay Night. Not like Studio Dean, but like unfoldable. Where they do one route at a time, right? Like I want them to do one route at a time. Just Unlimited Blade Works. And then Heaven Fills. And that's it. So I want them to do just Arc route. Okay. Share route. Okay. Akiha route. Okay. Hisui route. Okay. Kohaku route. Okay. Sasuke route. Okay. See, the problem with that though is there's so many routes. So I don't know how they're gonna do an anime on Tsukihime. They might have the budget. I mean, they do. Fucking Titan fucking loaded with fake Grand Order, right? They're fucking rich, dude. Billionaires, maybe. They have the budget. Fuck them, bro. I don't care. Bankrupt them, bro. Make the Tsukihime. Make the Tsukihime anime, bro, and make individual routes. Don't combine the shit. I always hate it when it does that visual novel adaptation, right? They did it to every visual novel adaptation I always like. They always combine a route, and I hated that. I hate combining routes. Cause I mean, it doesn't have the same impact, honestly, for me. Maybe because I already know, right? I know what's supposed to happen, but they didn't show it because, oh yeah, we gotta go to another route real quick. I'm like, oh shit. And plus, in Little Buster, they skipped my favorite girl route. That really pissed me off. Kuragaya never got her route animated because her route was too different. So that made me really pissed off. So I hope when they do the Tsukihime adaptation, I hope they do it like what they did with Fate Stay Night. Or at least what Unfoldable did with Fate Stay Night. Just one route at a time. Right? You can do a movie trilogy. You can do I think what they should do is anime. Do an anime version for Arc. Do the movie for Shiel. Far Side of the Moon Arc. And then for Far Side of the Moon, animate Hisui. Not fuck. Akiha. Damn it, nah. Anime Hisui. And the movie Akiha and Kohaku and Sasuke. Though they can get a movie. Or they can do it like Guardian Sinners actually. Guardian Sinners by Unfoldable too, right? I think Guardian Sinners they do a movie for each of the books. So maybe they could do just a straight up movie for everything. But I think I would prefer at least one anime. No, at least two anime. Alright, I dragged on long enough. GG's. Until next time, we'll start Kohaku route, the final route. Until then, laters. Bye.